With Parramatta, I never said that. I never said that.
Is Anthony coming out of the closet?
No.
Wait,
Just say you got Parra jersey.
so you're not a Dogs fan anymore?
Don't get me started, man. Do not get me started.
Hey, I think Anthony's a Parra fan.
yeah.
That's it. It's confirmed.
Mate, I've always
That's it.
died a blue and white
Yeah,
fan.
yeah, yeah.
You almost said blue and gold. Blue and gold.
I never said that. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Touchline Podcast, episode 24. I hope you're all having a good evening as always. There's a tons of topics we're going to talk about, including Origin, Premier League, UFC,
A
boxing.
lot of things to talk about. And just before we begin,
Yeah.
I just want to give a shout out to Peter Mendatus. As I told you boys, you're here behind the head. Ambulance and whatnot, picked him up from the gym. Wish you all the best, man. And gave him a shout
Speedy
out.
recovery.
Speedy recovery.
Hope you have a
man.
speed recovery,
That's
man.
it. Let's get straight into it, boys.
Anyways, we got round 12 recap. We're going to
Yeah,
talk
man.
about the past games on the weekend.
Lots of things happened that last
Yeah,
week.
a lot of happened. Yeah,
things happened.
I
So let's
listed out a few, but I watched like the less games.
yeah,
but-
let's get underway.
Okay, so we had Penrith defeating Brisbane 15-4. So what did you watch the game or?
Yeah, I watched it. I watched first
yeah.
half was very close.
Yeah.
Credit to Broncos, they actually put up a good fight in the first half, especially without Adam Reynolds in their team. But Panthers really clicked in the second half. You can see Cleary stepping up to his game.
Yeah.
I always say defensively, he's been the best player this year. Nathan Cleary has been
You see
superb.
that controversial try? That was a no try.
Oh yeah, about
Where-
Walsh. Yeah, let's talk about that.
But the Panthers.
Yeah, the Panthers game.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
yeah.
talking
When the
about.
ref interfered.
No, when
which
they
one?
thought he bottled the ball. As in, like, the ball was... who was it?
Yeah, it was
No,
Walsh.
it was a Jerome,
When the ref-
Jerome
Maurice
Law.
Walsh.
Say it again. Well, then
Panthers
there's
player.
two.
It was one of the Panthers. I forgot his name.
Well, then there's two because one
Yeah,
of them
there was
was also
also-
the ref
yeah.
interfering.
Yeah, the ref that game was shit, but the one I'm talking about was where the ball came straight to him and the bunker thought he bottled the ball.
Yeah.
And then a lot of, including me, a lot of the fans were like, nah, like he received, even a lot of the commentators.
Yeah.
He received the ball, like he didn't drop the ball
No,
once
I'm aware of
when he
that.
went over the
Was
line.
that the game? Yeah.
The game, yeah. I forgot
Someone
who it
scored.
was.
Yeah.
It was the Panthers.
Sorensen is that his name?
I think so. Because
Maybe it's in.
the
I
ball
think it
came
is
to
him.
him, and then they said it was a no try. Because
think it was him.
It was
Yeah,
a
yeah,
knock on.
it was him, it was
when he went
him.
over the line.
Yeah,
That was 100% of a
was a
try.
try?
7 days a
I
week.
have to
that was
look
a
at
try.
that again.
Bro, the bunker. I'll talk
talk
about
about
that
that
later.
later.
Yeah, we're
The
gonna
bunker
talk about
system's
it, yeah.
fucked, man.
Yeah.
Nah, sorry for my
We're
language.
gonna
I've
explain
had
it. I know,
enough.
we're gonna-
You've had enough.
Reece Walsh just keeps on getting better and better.
Yeah.
Even though they lost, he played very good that
Yeah.
game. There was a part of that game, I think it was like around 70 minutes. He done a grubber. It was fifth tackle. He done a grubber just to try his luck. Then Edwards just got fingertips to the ball. Then he stripped it. He ran.
Yeah.
Passed to Urjamam. Urjamam almost like scored, but then he lost the ball. Tried to offload it. But if that had scored that try, I think that would have been contender for like try of the season
Yeah,
because the
exactly.
way Reece Walsh pulled that off,
Because it was unexpected.
It came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And
There's
just,
a reason why he's picked for Origin, man.
Yeah,
I
course.
think he deserves it.
we'll move on to that like eventually. In
But
the video.
Panther, like I want to talk about Cleary. Him and Nico Hines have really stepped it up this year.
They actually
Cleary,
did,
it took
yeah.
time for him to get just find form, but now he's really stepping up. But defensively, he's really impressed me.
And
It actually is.
Yeah, and with Broncos, like they're still big threats this year for the competition.
Oh, absolutely,
But
they are.
you could see when they're versing the big teams,
They seem to struggle.
they're not getting the wins. Yes, they got the win against Panthers in the first game.
Yeah.
But I feel even that they're still beating the teams they should be beating, and that's already signs of improvement. Like when you
Of
look at them
course.
where they were last year.
Yeah.
But to win the comp, you need to
they're
beat the big
beating these teams, and I guess eventually as time goes on, they're going to beat the bigger teams like the Melbourne and the
Oh, for
Panthers.
sure.
Yeah.
But
Because
yeah,
they lost.
It's all going to happen.
They've
It's all
lost
gonna
to
happen.
Rabbitohs. They've
Yeah.
lost to Melbourne and
now
already Panthers.
And
so
and Broncos, even though they're losing, there's still so much positives around the club and optimism. So yes, they didn't get the win, but they're
still showing
that
great signs.
they can still win the
Yeah,
premiership.
yeah,
Oh,
100%.
for sure. Well, next game on Friday.
This was a crazy game.
Oh yeah, I actually watched this. I was at my mate's house.
What game?
Dragons and Roosters. It was a close game by 2 points.
Considering,
And don't forget James Tedesco and Luke Keary double tries, man.
you know what's crazy? Considering the week
Yeah.
Dragons had Anthony Griffin leaving the club.
Yeah.
Interim coach comes in, steps
I think
in.
they're waking up a bit.
Mate, that last second try
Yeah,
was
yeah.
crazy, man.
Absolutely. And you know what? I said it last week and the week before. I think they needed a big change after
Yeah.
New
got the
coach
sack.
and different
Yeah,
Dragons
'cause
now.
They need a new system now. They need to fix up a bit more. They need to get a new system that they can help their juniors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And the what's that? The full grade players. Sorry. Yeah, but after their performance, bro, I was actually impressed. We were watching it. We're having a barbecue, having burgers.
Yeah,
at
yeah.
Maybe
I watched the first half of the game.
That was
I said,
a crazy game.
That was crazy, man.
It was crazy.
They got their revenge. They beat them on Anzac Day,
Yeah, yeah.
Roosters. Now Dragons
Yeah.
went. It's
Absolutely,
1-1
man.
now.
That's
I watched
crazy.
the first half. I said, "Oh, look, Dragons." I've always seen potential in this team.
Yeah.
They've
Yeah.
got good players, and first half they really showed what they're made of, and then second half their old self started to creep in, the
Yeah.
old habits.
And Tedesco.
Yeah.
played good.
Tedesco played very good, but yeah, they got the last minute win, and I think it's really.
You know what I feel now? This is
it's
like
truly
the
deserved.
Bulldogs back in 2022 when we just lost Barrett.
Yeah.
Now they got the interim coach.
They're gonna
step
click.
in.
That's right. And
They're
we
gonna
were
win.
there. And we were there. You
and
remember
I'm
that
saying,
time,
as in
yeah.
now Dragons are going to
Yeah.
win a few games this season. They're going to start to be on the winning side of thing. Just like the Bulldogs last year.
Yeah,
Exactly,
They'll
yeah.
start winning games again.
A fresh change into the squad,
Yeah,
new
yeah.
tactics and whatnot.
Oh,
But-
for sure.
but-
But Roosters, I think they've been on a losing streak
They've been
now.
terrible this
They've,
year.
I think, what, three losses now?
A few weeks
Yeah.
ago, from Premiership contenders to now
Yeah.
outside the 8.
Crazy, man. This season's.
But do you think?
It's
Do you think
different, man.
after like very soon you reckon they'll probably make finals?
Look,
or
that-
I don't, or
it's
they'll
still a long
probably be
way.
out.
Look, if we're in
Yeah.
the top, if we're in the top 8 race,
But
we're only 10 points with. We're only 10 points with Dragons. So if
Yeah.
I'm saying we're in the top 8 race, they're in the top 8 as well. Top 8 race as well.
You can see when you pass round 10,
Yeah.
you can tell. I mean, it's all
Yeah, I know
close.
what
It's
you
all,
mean,
all
but-
the points are close, but
Yeah.
you can tell by
We
round 10 which teams are
haven't
going to
been
be
the
in the
best
top 8.
ourselves as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no one's like perfect, anyways.
It's
Yeah.
from 1 to 6 or 1 to 6 is all
ladder's
tied
close.
16 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then you got Doggies 10 points, but only 6 points behind first. If you-
Exactly. It's a tough season. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
It is
but
a very tough
You can tell
season.
which
Yeah,
sides are
really
going
which
to
sides.
make it and which sides are not.
Tedesco
Yeah.
played really good that game.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
a
he
lot
did
of
2
Origin
tries.
players
Yeah, I
are
was
really
gonna say
stepping
that.
up before
Yeah.
And
the
Luke
week of
Keary as
Origin.
well, yeah.
Luke Keary, you got
But they just
Turbo.
fell short. They just
Turbo
fell
played
short by
good.
2
Tedesco.
points.
So a
Yeah,
lot of
but
players are really trying to earn their spot in the
Roosters, I
squad,
don't know
which
what's
they've
going on
made
with-
it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what's the controversial going on
what's
with
going
them, with
on
the injuries and plus what's that, Sawali and that.
Swally, yeah,
a lot is
he's
going
been
on
very-
in their club.
Look, I think
really.
it started since he signed.
Yeah,
Not that
I
it's
think-
his fault that he signed,
yeah.
but I think ever since it came, all the attention's on him. Oh, why did he sign?
Overhyped.
He wants the money.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think ever since he signed, the Roosters haven't just. It's been affecting him.
Yeah.
I think knowing that they're losing him, it's been on their mind. It's took a toll on them, but. To be honest, I don't know what's going on at the Roosters at the moment. I think, to be honest, out of all the teams, they're probably in the worst spot out of everyone. Despite Tigers' winless start to the season, despite Bulldogs,
Starting
the
to
way
pick
they're
up a
saying,
bit slowly, yeah.
if you're looking at where Roosters were last year, I think they've been the worst team this season.
I think so.
Probably.
I
Worst
agree with
attack in
on
the
that
comp
one, yeah.
too, so that
Yeah,
shows
fair enough.
they're not up in the up
Look, they
to
lost
their
to Dragons.
standards.
That's
Yeah.
the lowest of lowest. And
Of
if they
course.
lose against us, then it's really really bad
Yeah,
for Roosters.
Yeah, because when we get to that point next week,
Yeah.
like if we're gonna beat Roosters,
If we win.
they got
But yeah,
so much drama going
everyone
on.
down the bottom
Like I said
one
it.
got 2 points this
Yeah,
week. So
yeah.
Dragons, that was a much
All the
needed.
top 8.
Yeah,
sides.
Yeah,
a lot
that's
of shot.
Bro,
Yeah.
the season's so weird.
Yeah,
It
so
is, it's
Dragons-
crazy, and we actually said it
Yeah,
this year.
Dragons got a must needed win, and yeah, congrats to them.
Congrats to Dragons.
Next game. This
next
was a
game.
shocker, man.
Parramatta.
I couldn't
Yeah, I
believe
couldn't
this
believe it either.
I don't know how Latrell Mitchell didn't show up.
Yeah,
None of
I
the big
know.
names showed up. Cody
Yeah.
Walker, no one.
No, I know.
one showed up.
When you're a
I couldn't
premiership
believe it in my own eyes.
contending team,
Yeah.
you're gonna always have a game where you just don't turn up.
Exactly.
I remember
Absolutely.
Bulldogs in 2012. We were first on a 13 winning streak. We got smashed 36-6 against the Raiders. So it just shows that if you're not on your game, you're on your day. You
You can make the argument that they're gearing up for Origin. They got big
yeah,
names.
potentially
Maybe.
yeah. Mitchell
Yeah,
Moses.
you gotta
Mitchell
understand
trying
where-
to
you
take
gotta
them back
understand
for
where
the
they're coming
big-
from.
say that.
But Latrell Mitchell never shows up for the big moments. Like
Yeah, yeah.
When his team is struggling, I don't know. He just can't. He's not that clutchy type of player.
Yeah,
he
I
can't clutch things.
probably
up.
agree with you because he normally shows up in the smaller games.
I think that
Like
this-
saying as in like he can't.
The big moments, you mean?
The big moments.
Yeah,
he
like
never
that,
shows up
that's
for the
the
big
moment
moments.
he should
I
be
think
turning
this,
up.
Yeah.
this season, I think he has performed in a bit of big matches this year, but not consistently,
Yeah.
like throughout the years.
Look, like preliminary final last year, he didn't turn up. The grand final the year before that, he didn't turn
Where it
up.
matters.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where it
He
matters.
didn't play the grand final.
Oh, he didn't?
Panthers,
Oh,
no,
yeah, he
didn't.
got suspended.
He was
That's
suspended.
right. That's right.
But still, he affected the team in a way that
Yeah.
his disciplinary issues cost him. But Parramatta, they're a team that if they play good, if they gel together, they've done it for consistently for like 3, 4, 5 seasons.
Yeah.
Always in the top 4 hunt. So they have it in them, but this year just hasn't worked for them. And that was a great win for them, and it shows that they still have the
Potential, yeah.
potential to do good. And is this the win that kicks off their season? Maybe, probably.
hope
We
so.
don't know.
We said that back out. We said-
don't-
we
said
hope
that back
so.
out.
Don't
I'm
say I
not
hope
saying
so.
for me. I'm not saying for me.
Yeah, even for the ill stuff there.
Nah, forget about
them. Not about them.
You said hope so.
Hope so.
Stop them. Let them struggle.
Hey,
No, I'm not with Parramatta. I never said that.
hey,
I never said
I think he's trying to hit something.
is Anthony
Caught
coming out of the
red-handed.
closet?
No.
Why are you panicking?
Hey,
I hope so.
Hey,
No,
hey, just
absolutely
just
not,
say
you dumb fuck.
just say you got para jerseys
You
at
just
home.
said you hope so, but
No.
Just say you got para jerseys
So
at
you're
home.
not a Dogs fan anymore.
Don't
You're
get me
not a Dogs
started,
fan.
man. Do not get me started.
Hey, I think Anthony's a para fan.
Yeah.
That's it. It's confirmed.
Mate, I've always
That's it.
died a blue and white
Yeah,
fan.
yeah,
You
yeah.
idiot.
you almost
Shut your
said
mouth.
blue and gold.
Blue and gold.
Oh, no.
You gotta read
Fuck
Marnie.
up.
You need to read
Shut your
Marnie.
mouth.
No, but
Shut your mouth.
Parramatta Eels.
He's
have-
buckling. He's buckling, people. He's buckling.
But Parramatta Eels there, that was a big win and it could keep.
Do you love Eels?
No.
That's good.
No, you love
Mate,
it.
you going to stir me up? You
No,
gonna
no,
stir me up?
no, I reckon.
You going to fucking stir me up?
I'm being serious. I
Don't
think
get
he
me
goes for Eels.
started.
I think you do go for
Can we
Eels.
focus on this?
No, we'll focus. We'll focus.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
but big win for Eels. Not happy about it. Anthony might be, but
No, I wasn't.
we got the win.
Hey, I'm still convinced you go for Eels now.
No, you dumb fuck.
Wait,
No.
wait, Bill.
But you said you hope so.
Can that detective
Forget,
his
it is what it is, bro. It is what
Hey,
it is.
we're going to put him on a lie detector test.
Oh,
Okay,
my
go.
God.
Next game.
Anyways,
No,
next
we're just
game.
messing with you, Anthony.
No, that's
No,
all
I'm
good.
not.
Cronulla defeated Newcastle. Fuck you. I'm joking.
Yeah, hey.
Cronulla defeated
Yeah, I-
Newcastle 26-6.
Yeah, that,
I
Easy
think-
game.
I can't say anything. Sharks just too dominant.
Too dominant, too strong.
I think it
Ponga
was
played
too good.
Ponga played good.
But he got concussed again.
Concussed again.
for the HIA.
I
I
think,
think he's gonna get retired. He's gonna retire
Who?
soon.
Has to, man. Yeah, he's
Who?
going to consider
Ponga.
it, man.
His concussions,
He
bro.
went off for HIA again.
But I said a few weeks ago, bro, do you think he needs to go to a different club for, Carolina Ponga? I think he should, man.
No, not about
He's
that.
been there
We're not
for a
saying
bit.
different club.
No,
This
no,
bloke should
I'm saying
consider
The
retirement.
concussions won't. Even if he goes to Dogs, he's
I
still
know.
going to get concussed.
Well, you know, Cordner from Roosters, he
Yeah, Boy
retired
Cordner,
because
yeah.
of concussion.
And he was
Even
still
Jake
young.
Trent
Right, yeah.
did. So I think soon, probably by the end of the season, if he gets another 2 or 3 concussions, I think it's
Yeah.
over for him.
Yeah, and it's a shame. Like if it is, it's a shame because he has potential.
Yeah.
And yeah, he has stepped up in the previous a couple of weeks now, a couple of games. But yeah, Sharks proved to be too good. Nico Hines just making things look easy.
So simple for him.
So yeah,
Combinations, man. I love it. I love
Hines,
how-
I reckon he goes, fucking no, but he's
You know
unbelievable.
what? You know what? I love how he does all these fresh combinations, bro.
Yeah.
That comes out every single week. It's always
Yeah.
different. That's how you need it to be.
Yeah.
When you're number 6, you always have to have a game plan.
Yeah.
How you going to set it out the combinations with the forward pack and the backs? You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That's how it should be. Which every club has to do the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
You know what I mean? But they played a really, really
Good
good
win
game.
for Sharks.
Yeah,
I don't- Knights, they shouldn't be that upset.
Nah, they
It
shouldn't.
was pretty close game at some point of
It's
the
not a
game.
bad score.
They had a chance to win, but it's just Sharks
Yeah,
are just.
it's
I
not
think,
a bad
too
score
good,
too.
but it's not a bad
Too
score,
good,
like
yeah.
Sammy said.
The next game, I swear to God,
actually watched this game.
I could not believe this.
I want to get to this point. I actually watched this game, but I want to give credit to Tigers, man.
Wow.
Hey.
Dominant performance.
You know what?
Wow,
I think
wow.
they deserve
The
a
best
clap.
performance.
Wow.
I've
You know
ever
what?
seen this whole-
We said dark horses this
Yeah,
year.
yeah,
You
we
never
did.
know.
We actually
Hey, I'm going to go as far as to say.
Yeah, we said dark
Wait,
horses.
look, this is how I found out. I was working. I didn't watch this game.
I said Manly.
I'm working.
I actually watched this.
Busy Saturday night. Customer comes up. He's like, Tigers leading 26 to something halftime. Like, shut up, bro. The Tigers are leading. He said, yeah, it's true. He comes back to me like
66.
fucking full time, 66. I'm like, but surely you're reading this wrong. I was shocked the whole time.
Yeah, like-
I actually had to take a moment, step on the side. I was fully shocked.
But the
I did not
amount,
believe
the
it.
amount of times I go on my phone, I see 26-6.
Yeah.
Go on again, 38-6, 38-18. Then I see 56. I say, okay, surely it ends there. 66-18.
Bro, it's
Like,
crazy.
it was going on.
I'm going to go as far as to say Tigers top 8 this year. Oh, I'm going to say it, bro. The way that I actually rewatched the whole game. Well,
Is it-
bro, the attack is so good.
Tigers.
I think it could happen.
Is it because Tigers was really good? They showed what they can do, or is it just Cowboys were really
did you
bad?
watch the game?
I watched the game.
Bro, that,
But is it
Tigers
because
were good,
Cowboys
bro.
were really
Try
bad?
after try
the,
after
the
try,
Cowboys' defense was like it was
Yeah,
bad.
that's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
horrible.
They let go
yeah.
of
51 missed tackles.
Yeah.
That's bad.
Tigers
The way
were ruthless.
Yeah, but the attack is good,
Yeah,
man. Like,
they're-
I always
I've
rated their
always,
attack.
I've always said their attack
just
is
can't
good.
finish.
Look,
But they finished that game.
no matter how bad your defense is, if you're scoring 66 points, you're doing something
Yeah.
like good. And we've always said on the pod, we've seen something in their attack that's good.
Yeah.
But they're just not having that final third.
That's
like
3 wins
finishing.
out of 4 for them. They could have
Yeah.
potentially beat Rabbitohs last week.
Yeah.
they kept them to,
Unfortunate
like,
to lose
yeah.
that game.
Yeah.
So they're really starting to click
Yeah,
into
look,
gear.
we said, as we said,
Absolutely.
underdogs. And now it's looking like maybe they are the underdogs.
I think they're
this
probably
season.
waking up a bit more now
They've-
because
they've-
after they were down at the start of the season, you can tell.
After that Penrith win, they turned things
Absolutely.
around.
Oh, yeah.
I think
Really-
after Penrith, I think they just started waking
they
up a
did.
bit. They're saying, you know what, we need to start winning
Yeah.
again. We can't be in the bottom of the table.
That's
we thought
probably-
Cowboys were back in it, but
Yeah.
they're back to reality.
They're back to
again.
the same.
Yeah, but I
same
think that
thing.
was probably the best individual
It's
team
the highest
performance this season by any team. They've showed the best performance.
Bro,
from
it's so
the- in the
crazy this
NRL.
season. If this doesn't prove this season is so 50-50, I don't know
Yeah,
what will.
man.
You have Tigers scoring the most amount of points this season so far. But mate,
I think that's the
you had
most
them
highest.
beating Panthers.
Yeah.
We
And
haven't
then-
even done that.
You know what? Look,
So many
I want to
years.
stop you there. I think this is the most highest tries score in probably the last few
And
months now.
in their club history.
Yeah,
that's
the club
highest.
history, yeah.
In the club.
And you know what
Even
makes
the
it
last
better?
few rounds
You know
now.
what makes it better? That was
Yeah.
Luke Brooks' 200 game. What a
Yeah.
way
Yeah.
to beat a team like that on your 200
Reynolds
game.
was there,
Absolutely.
Luke Brooks was there, the
Yeah.
whole everyone.
Josh
supported
Reynolds
him.
was there. Everyone was there.
You know Bula, the new fullback.
He's
He's good.
good.
So
Yeah.
good signs for Tigers.
Yeah.
And literally all the forwards, they literally all put the tries. Even Nafaluma.
Clemmer didn't score.
Nah,
but
Clemmer
that
didn't.
guy, for one, he signed for Eels for
Yeah.
one.
Super,
year.
Do you reckon
Yeah.
a team this year, it's going to be like a shock. Like it's going to be someone you don't expect win the premiership.
Yeah,
I think that
so.
I think that will
Possibly.
happen.
That could very
I think it will happen
Like
when
a
it gets
Warriors
closer towards
or
the final.
Dolphins,
Imagine like
someone-
Tigers, like not
Well,
saying
Tigers
Tigers
come out of nowhere, they'll
from
be a
last
massive
place
surprise.
to winning
They'll
the
be like-
premiership.
they'll be the greatest
I would
story
love
ever.
to see Tigers going to the finals.
I'm
I'm,
still-
not saying they're my team or anything, but I'm saying if they come out of nowhere,
Are you sure it's not your
come
team?
to, no,
Come on, bro.
no.
Anthony's got 3 teams now.
Yeah, but
That could stir me up. I don't care. But I'm just saying, if they go to the
Yeah, no,
finals,
yeah.
it could happen.
I'm still sticking that dogs going to lose one to win one. I'm still sticking by that.
You reckon?
Same as
I hope
So,
so.
but good stuff from Tigers, bro.
Yeah. Next game, Melbourne defeated Dolphins 24-16. I missed out. This
I think
game.
Dolphins were at their best.
I watched
They weren't-
Because I saw
Uh,
the score. I was at my mate's birthday, but I saw the score was like 20. Was that 24? No, it was like 14.
24. Oh, what?
At a certain
24-6.
time, it was like 20.
20. It was 20. First half was 24-4 something.
Yeah, that's
like
what I'm
that.
saying. So it was really
And
dominant
then
from
Melbourne didn't score at the second half.
Yeah.
So
It was a
literally
very,
Dolphins,
ti-
they
it was a
put
very
tries in the
tight game
second
in the
half.
second
Yeah.
half. And then Dolphins caught back. They showed some grit, showed some like passion. They didn't give up. They got a few points on the board. But yeah, even Melbourne went the best too. I was at my friend's birthday, but I was still watching it here and there.
Yeah.
But yeah, Melbourne, they just got the win at the end. But Dolphins should be proud still that they're digging in. That they missed a
They're in
few
the
boys
top
for
eight still.
Origin. But yeah, Melbourne, they got the win, which was the most important for them.
Munster, he looked good against Dolphins.
He actually did.
Because I think he scored, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he did.
He did score.
In the
He got an
16 minute.
assist.
In the 16 minute, the first half.
Wolbeck's been having a pretty decent season. On my prediction before the season started, I put him as the rookie of the season.
Yeah.
He hasn't had the best of season, but I think it's been a pretty decent
He's
season.
starting to get there slowly.
But
Yeah.
Who's injured for Melbourne? Pappenhausen's out.
Oh, no, we know
so then
that, yeah.
Meaney will go winger, and then he'll have to be dropped. But
You know what I've noticed?
good
I think,
prospect.
You know what I've noticed? Remus Smith has been very quietly lately. He hasn't been putting
yeah,
tries
recently,
lately.
last 3
Usually
games.
it's always Xavier Coates
Even
or Nick
Holland.
Meaney or even Holland as well. But Remus Smith has actually been very, very quiet. But now he put a try in this
did
game.
you say that he on
Kafusi,
Kafusi
yeah.
on Christian
Oh,
Walsh?
I didn't say that.
Yeah.
He's dirty, but Kafusi.
Kafusi's always
He
been
even
like
said
that.
His style of playing.
He said before, yeah.
He's not even in Origin this
No,
year.
because
He's
he's
not.
banned.
Yeah, of
But
course.
he even said before the season, who's that one player you want to, tackle or get something on him at Melbourne? He said Christian Walsh, and he got him high tackle.
Yeah.
So he probably has
Wow.
something.
He probably has
oi,
something against him.
But like, I'm gonna say this question: do you think bans should apply to Origin, like to state games and representative games?
I don't think so.
Like, I reckon they should
No,
just be.
I think it should, because you got to discipline yourself, and even if it's an Origin, if you do something wrong, it's like whatever you do in life. If you do something wrong, whatever it is, you're gonna pay the price for it. If you do something wrong in NRL is Origin, same thing. And I think if you do something wrong, no matter who you are, you miss Origin. I think that's
no,
how it
I don't
works.
think so, man. I reckon if you did it at club footy, I reckon it should only apply to club footy. You're banned. Like,
Absolutely, yeah.
It's not like you did it. Like, I know, I see what you mean. It's a disciplinary rule. Like, you shouldn't do it. But I feel like it should only carry to club footy. Like, it shouldn't be for state.
Yeah, I agree with Bill.
Like
I don't
it
think
should.
it
As in like in the club level, yeah, I know
As
what you
in,
mean.
like,
yeah.
if you get done for something you did on a club
Yeah.
game, it should only apply your suspension
The
should only
club.
apply to the club games.
Absolutely, yeah.
I don't
agree
know
with
why they should change that rule. I always thought that rule was BS in a way.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
But
I
then
know a lot
again,
of people-
if you,
yeah.
but then again, if you do a tackle in Origin, that's dangerous. What, you're just going to miss one Origin? when it should deserve 6-7 matches ban. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I know, but like Origin's a whole different ball game.
But what you do has to justify how many matches you get. So you do a dangerous tackle, like a terrible tackle,
Possibly a big
what,
fine.
You just miss one Origin, technically one.
But
game.
it happened at Origin. It's like, it's why would you? I know the player did it, but like, why should the player get why should the team of that player get the fault of that? If it's like a Kafusi, like he's a big player in their team.
True.
Like why do the Dolphins have to like have that effect on him? If he did at Origin,
Yeah, I understand.
So, I know what you mean, but like he's representing that club too.
But he's playing in Origin.
I
Oh, he's
know what you
representing
mean.
that club.
Yeah,
But he's
yeah.
playing at Origin.
But
But
that's
why do
the-
Dolphins
I wonder-
feel the effects of that?
But that's his fault because he knows there's a chance of playing
chance.
Origin.
That's what- yeah,
So
that's
he has
what
to
I'm saying.
discipline his
I'm
self.
saying in your terms. I'm saying if you did an Origin.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's the other way
These
around.
guys know that whatever they do, it's going to cost them. So they should.
But it's the same thing for Origin. Why should the Origin team that he's playing with, his players,
I know. Yeah, I know
be
what you
affected
mean.
with
I
what
know
he
what you
does?
mean. I guess it's just.
That's the rules.
Yeah,
I think he's had a harsh
I reckon that rule should change. That rule needs to get.
That's what you said. That's what I agree with you. You both made good points, but
I don't know. Yeah.
yeah, next game.
Anyways, next game, we're very, very pleased about this game, but first
I
half
wasn't pleased.
was a shocker, but we won.
I'm gonna say
2018,
this.
dogs and Titans.
I'm going to say this right now.
Say
I
it.
wasn't pleased. Look, I know I said
I wasn't pleased at all with the first half. Really.
Yeah,
look,
me too,
first
bro.
half we're down 14-0. I'm at work.
No, 18-0 actually.
14-0.
halftime.
14-0, yeah.
Yeah,
We're
14.
losing.
I'm at work. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't want to say the score. I'm like, are you serious, bro? Everyone's like, what's wrong, Bill? I'm like, bro, I'm same old dogs. Anyways, look, second half caught up, whatever.
Yeah.
I saw your reaction. You're happy, whatever. I was telling you should have seen my reaction.
Yeah.
When Ockenball went for that try, I'm
Yeah.
a dogs fan to death. But I was sitting like this. I'm like, all right, whatever. Just simply because of the fact Tigers scored 66 against Cowboys.
Yeah.
We should have smashed Titans,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah,
like,
of
why do
course.
we always have to fight for these wins?
But you know
why
what?
can't
Yeah.
dogs be dominant? We played rubbish, man. That
Yeah,
second half,
100%,
all right.
I agree.
Even Serrata said it in the press conference. He said first half wasn't the best for us, and plus they let 2-3 easy tries in the first half.
But why do
David Feeder and Joe Stimson
But
and Phil.
my thing
Phil
is,
Sammy.
why do we always have to fight for these wins? All right, we're a rebuilding club, whatever.
Yeah, I know.
But why do you have Tigers that are just clicking 66
Yeah,
points
yeah.
when Tigers at the bottom of the ladder?
And did you
why,
see?
why are we only winning by two
struggling.
points?
Yeah, but you know what? Did
Look,
you?
dogs win is always a good
Yeah,
win.
I know.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying anything. I
No,
love
a
dogs.
win's a win.
I
A win's a win.
Win's a win, but
Absolutely.
I was fed up
But
that
did
game,
you
bro.
see the percentage of the possession
Yeah,
that we had in the
69
first
to
half?
30.
Yeah, I know.
35%.
Yeah, like, I
and
know-
Titans had 63%.
What- like-
that is crazy, bro.
What Bill said about look at Tigers, they've won by 40, 50 points. We're struggling
Yeah.
to beat teams like Tigers. We
Titans,
win
man.
2 points. Titans,
Yeah.
2
And
points.
I reckon.
It's like not.
All right, look, yeah, but I'm saying.
Hey, we should be ahead of Tigers right now.
That's what
We've
I'm
been on a
saying,
process
man.
for so long now, and Tigers are already achieving more than what we are.
And our
this
attack
season.
is so bland, bro.
Yeah, it
I
is.
hate our attack. The Bulldogs attack,
You know
it
what?
needs to
I-
change.
First,
think-
look,
yeah.
first half was the worst performance I've seen
Yeah,
from
it
the
was.
Dogs.
It was
And
a disaster.
It looks like every week we're saying that this is the worst performance. Look at Raiders. That was a bad performance. Then we said, okay, let's wait for Warriors. Let's wait and bounce back. We had a worse performance than Raiders. Move on to Titans. Said, okay, 2 games, we've got to bounce back.
Yeah, yeah.
First half was as worse as Warriors. Even worse than Warriors.
I didn't watch the
And
first
you know
so
what?
every
Yeah,
week
yeah.
we're getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
And
We're just
luckily,
scraping wins.
Luckily, on Sunday we scraped the win.
Lucky.
But the second half we did play very
No,
good.
we
I
played-
haven't, I haven't watched the
Yeah.
game, so just sitting
Yeah.
down comfortably knowing we're gonna win. The last game was the Eels one last year.
Look, that
course.
comes
It's
later.
just-
Look, I know we're
it's
in that
just- I don't
rebuilding
know what's wrong with
stage.
the
team
All these
sometimes.
times, these hard times are going to pass.
No, of course.
But for now,
I agree, yeah.
that's why I was angry because of that Tigers game, man. I was just
pissed
comparing
off
the
too,
games,
but
bro.
I want to tell you something, boys. First half, I was like, they had no ball the whole time. First half, Dogs.
Yeah.
So literally, Titans had the ball 80% more than Dogs. So literally, I would say Dogs had the ball for 20%.
And they had 80.
Yeah. So literally, it was all about Titans the first half. It
was so bad.
But when it came to second half, I didn't expect that if Dogs were going to come back firing or they're going to lose. It's either one of those options. But end of the day, we got that scrap win, like how Samuel said. Josh Adokar put the try in. Then you got Ockenba and Carraz and Avrilo.
Ockenball, get it right.
Ockenball, sorry. Sorry, James. Love you.
Preston?
And Preston, no, Preston
Oh, no,
didn't.
Preston didn't score.
No, Preston didn't.
But he played good.
No, they played better than the first half.
We put
That's all
I
I'm
put
gonna
on the
say.
chat, boys. We're just talking about Dogs on the podcast this week because at that point, I
Yeah.
had enough. I was tired of that.
Like we
Because
really
we're
need
always-
to analyze what the heck is
what's going on at the club because we're always
100%.
losing to these,
But then
these
we're-
small
we're-
clubs.
You know what I thought? At the start of the season when Serrata came in as the coach, I thought he's going to say to his head, whatever the players I put into this team for the whole next 27 games or 26 games, they have to stay the same. But when it came injuries and that, it just affected us all.
And quickly, I'm not gonna actually. I'm being dead serious. I think Preston could get Player of the Year for Dogs.
Who?
Preston, Jacob Preston.
I think he is.
I think
he's fresh.
He'll get Rookie of the Year and Player of the Year.
I hope so.
Probably Marnie too could get it, but I think Preston deserves it.
And just what I was just about to mention. Was that a hip drop tackle by Ray Money? That was not a hip drop tackle.
Anthony was waiting for that.
No, you know what? I'll be fair.
Wait, this is
How can you tell me that's a hip drop tackle?
And what about
I got your reaction. Yeah, that's it.
All right, but you don't put it on the pod. My point is, but you know, look, I'm going to get to that point. But the hip, bro, are you stupid? What about, anyways, about the hip drop tackle? He was literally right behind his back.
And
that's not a hip drop.
That wasn't a hip drop tackle.
It wasn't. And what about
Tino's
elbow?
Yeah.
Everyone was firing up on the half time with Greg Alexander, Braven Astor,
Corey
Parker, and that. They were saying that bloke should be off.
Corey Parker said that's a normal position for forwards, like they're going force, but the way you cannot put your elbow.
But when you have the ball, you don't. Because the thing is, when
that's contact with the head.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying in footy, when you're running, you don't put your hand straight away to a bloke's face like that. You don't do that.
Yeah, it should be the.
You probably get penalised or you get seen before that.
They're supposedly trying to protect players from concussion and that he got Wayne Marnie concussed. And I don't know how they did not look at that or overlook it and give him a on report, sin bin or send off.
That ref was horrible.
But that was unacceptable for that.
And that's why the refs are against us.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
That's unacceptable.
Yeah.
Honestly, and we're going to get to the point when we talk about the bunker system and that.
Like,
we're going to put
I
on.
always pick it up every time we do a kick.
Yeah.
And someone's offside, they call the penalty.
Yeah.
Like it's happened like 4 weeks in a row. They're picking on us.
What about that
But
5 metre offside as well?
Yeah, exactly. Even that. I watch so many games where players from other teams are offside, but they just don't call it. Yeah. And why is it all of a sudden when Dogs play, someone's offside, they call a penalty? Like no, they don't pick on that. But just for us,
we just scraped the win. We're lucky to win, get the 2 points.
I think it's just our luck. That's all it is.
That was a 4 point.
we move on. We got the bye, get 2 points, and
unless we're chilled back for this weekend, so which is pleasing.
Final game. What was the final?
That bye would put us 2 points off that.
Yeah, exactly. Last game for the recap was Manly defeated Canberra.
The return of Turbo.
Yeah, return of Turbo, 42-14.
That was the old Turbo.
Yeah. He had one last audition for Origin.
Yeah, and he got it.
He proved it.
Tedesco, he was always going to make it, but he turned up when it was needed, and now he got the full out of car. So everyone's stepping up.
Yeah. But Tom Trbojevic put 3 tries. Brad Parker, Ruben Garrick, who else? Josh Schuster and Jason Saab.
Raiders couldn't get that 6 win.
Jason Saab, he now he's back, bro. He's actually getting better.
7?
Who's Schuster?
Jason Saab.
Oh, Saab. Yeah.
He's actually gotten better.
I expect the Raiders to win. I
thought Canberra was going to win too.
Was going to win this. I feel
should have tipped him.
I know, I should have tipped him, but I had a feeling that they were going to win because they were playing poor. Raiders a 6 win, so Raiders going to think, easy win. Raiders will think, easy win, we got this. But then Manly needed a win, and Manly put up a good fight, a good match, and they smashed them, and they deserve that win. But Turbo, again, as you said, it looked like the old Turbo. Like he's making runs with the players that make line breaks. He's supporting them there, getting assists, trying. So it was good to see Turbo. It looked like he was fully fit there, and hopefully he can keep on rolling.
I think if he has a successful Origin, like you can see the old Turbo from the previous years, maybe he'll come back to Manly and start
firing them up.
And returning to his best.
I think he will do that. After Origin 1.
I saw something.
If New South Wales win and he fires them up and he's getting all those shots, I hope it happens.
When he milked it. I hated him, but I was saying the same when I was watching it. I just love Turbo. I can't hate that guy.
Yeah, that bloke will never top his 2021 season.
No, I think that's done. That's peaked.
No one will ever top their best season.
Yeah, exactly. For sure.
Not like the best season, like Barber, the Haynes, and all that. They never topped it.
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to talk about for the round 13 tips for this week, and I know it's going to be a short week for the games, so there's about 6 games this week.
We'll fly through it.
I think 4 actually.
Yeah. It's 5 games because Origin's next week.
Included,
we got first game, Dolphins versus Dragons. Who do you have, boys?
This is a pretty even game.
Say it again.
Dolphins and Dragons.
Dolphins are missing a lot of players, man.
They've got Hammer out. They've got...
I think about 5.
Kafusi's out.
Kafusi's out. He's suspended.
Suspended.
That's all.
That's all.
Nah, there's more, man.
Nah.
Sure?
Yeah,
I'm going to go Dolphins.
I think Dolphins just because Ben Hunt's not playing for Dragons.
Yeah, Ben Hunt is
Yeah, he's
a
the
big
biggest.
factor.
He's
I say
basically,
Dolphins.
he sticks the team together. He leads the team. So I think they're going to struggle without Ben Hunt. I think Dolphins will get the win.
I think I might going to slip the Dragons in.
You go Dragons?
Because after they beat Roosters last
They're
week,
full of confidence
They're
now.
full of confidence, and after how they sacked Griffin out, so I
Jack
think
DeBellin's been so good for
Jack
Dragons.
DeBellin's starting
He's
to play
captain
heaps
this
better
week.
after he had that situation with
situation.
himself. Yeah. So now he's probably waking up a bit. So it's good
Yeah,
that
not about
now he's back on.
Bill, who you going? Who you going for?
I said Dolphins.
Dolphins.
I'm going to go Dragons.
If it was for top out, I think I'd rather Dragons win
Yeah.
because
But who do you think's going to win?
Dolphins, I don't think they will
I'm
win.
saying if I wanted to, I'll probably want Dragons to win just so we can have a chance of top 8.
I think Dolphins going to lose back to back.
You reckon?
After their loss against Melbourne Storm.
Yeah,
so
probably.
Dragons going to win this
Wayne
one.
Bennett against his old club,
Absolutely.
Dragons.
Yeah, Dragons.
We're all second all-starter and won his first premiership or second premiership.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, good win.
Next
not good
game,
win.
Friday night, 8 o'clock. We got Parramatta versus Cowboys. I think I'm going to say
it was big win.
Parramatta.
It was big, another big win. I think Cowboys will
And they're the
get it.
favourites, $1.80.
But knowing this season, it could be Cowboys.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Cowboys are missing
I don't know.
Talagi,
We'll find
Holmes,
Cotter.
Cotter. They're missing big
Yeah,
players.
big plays.
I think it's Eels' big win because Eels aren't missing anyone. They have the whole
they have
team.
the whole squad.
So, yeah,
Madison's out.
Yeah,
they're
injured.
going to put on a clinic.
They're going to put a big win on them.
A massive win.
Yeah, so
Saturday's
we all,
game.
we all went Eels, yeah?
Eels.
Eels?
Eels, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
We got Saturday's game. We got New Zealand Warriors versus Brisbane Broncos.
I'm
I
gonna
think
go
Warriors.
Warriors, yeah.
I think
Warriors.
Warriors. Because that home
game,
advantage.
Missing
Yeah.
Walsh.
Missing Warriors.
Haas.
Cobbo,
Carrigan. They're missing
Carrigan.
everyone.
Big plays, man.
That's all
And
for the Origin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warriors
so-
had a bye. They're fresh. They're ready. They want to
They're not missing anyone.
not missing anyone. They want to start off their season again with the win. So I
Yeah.
think it's a good win for Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, Warriors.
All the
think
top
what-
teams are going to mainly be losing this week.
Yeah, because
Obviously, yeah.
I
I
feel
think so.
within these next few weeks, I feel like
The ladder's
first
gonna
and
be so
10
close.
is gonna
It's
be
gonna
so
flip.
close.
Yeah.
Because
Or 13,
it's not
or
flip, but
13.
in a way, it's gonna be so close. And
It's
tight.
going to be 1 to 13, I
Because
reckon.
already
Yeah.
we're predicting what's it called, Broncos to lose and potentially it's
Dolphins
gonna
to lose.
It's gonna play out.
Bro,
a bit,
like,
yeah.
and that's off topic, man. But I'm calling it now. Tigers will finish the season top 8.
Okay, so
I'm saying it. I'm saying it now.
I guess we'll see.
find out.
Clip me at the end.
We'll find out. We'll find out.
That's it. I'm just saying off the record. Anyway,
All right, next game, 7:30. We got South Sydney versus Canberra Raiders.
Raiders.
I think South Sydney.
I think South
Look,
Sydney will edge
They're
it.
missing
Latrell.
Murray, Latrell.
Cook didn't make it.
Campbell Graham's still playing because he's not
Graham's
named for
injured.
Origin. Who?
Graham's injured, but I think
he's still playing.
I don't think Graham's injured.
Yeah.
I just think he's not bothered staying there.
Yeah.
He
Yeah.
just said, "Oh, he's
There's no
injured."
point.
I think Cook, because Cook's there, I think the Rabbitohs will get the win.
But you know what? I think Canberra, bro. I got a gut feeling. I don't know why.
I'm going to agree.
What
with
if-
I think
they'll
Canberra because after their loss against Manly, because they got a full team.
They'll be hungry for a win.
I think they'll be hungry for a win.
Yeah, man.
But Souths, because don't forget, because you got all the New South Wales out, like how we said it, Cook, Mitchell, who else is Murray in that?
Murray's out.
So maybe I think Canberra might just edge it.
So you're going Raiders?
Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be a 50-50. I don't know
I'm not-
who, either Souths or Canberra. I
But
don't
if
know.
you were to choose one, like
I would love to see a draw. I'm going to say a draw.
Oh, sure, okay.
A draw.
Yeah, okay, draw.
It could happen. It could
You
happen.
never know.
There's probably 1%
Imagine
will
that
happen.
happens.
Imagine it does.
Bro,
Clip that.
clip that.
TikTok.
We'll see. We'll see.
Say it to the camera
Yeah,
again.
never
Draw.
know.
It might be a draw. Canberra and Souths. Could be a draw.
Yeah, okay. I'm going for Bunnies win.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going Bunnies.
Last game for the week, we got Newcastle and Manly. I'm going to say Manly after their defeat.
Nah, I think I'm going
Yeah, you
Knights.
mean they're
I think they're going to win.
No Cherry
For sure.
Evans.
Knights.
No,
Ponga sent the
Doesn't
team.
matter.
no Turbo.
Yeah,
Doesn't
I'm saying
matter.
Knights. I'm saying Knights.
No, I said Manly.
Ponga's now after being dropped.
Yeah.
He's going to be
Gonna be fired up.
determined
Yeah.
to
Like,
Knights
get
are
his
missing
spot again.
Frizzell, but I don't
Yeah.
know. But Manly are missing Turbo, Cherry Evans. They're
But
big
did you hear
players.
about the rumours about this week? They were saying that Frizzell might go to Dogs, but apparently
I heard that.
he's going to stay.
Yeah, I saw
Back
that.
in Newcastle.
He's going to go Tigers,
Tigers, us.
Bulldogs, and
Yeah, so there's a lot of clubs that are interested in him.
I wouldn't take him at Dogs.
No, I wouldn't.
I don't
I
think
think
we don't need a prop. We
I think
already
we've
got a prop.
Not we need forwards, but I just think he's not. I don't think he's the right person.
I
Yeah,
think there's
I-
more important positions we
Yeah,
need.
for sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Of course, we know the
But
halfback
yeah, I'm
position.
going. Bill, who you on Knights?
I'm saying Knights, just simply because of Ponga still in the
Ponga,
team. He wants to prove to Slater,
Yeah, that big
why
mistake.
did you pick Walsh over me?
Yeah.
I deserve to be that spot.
And Gago is in the. Gago would be proving us.
Yeah,
up.
Gago. So yeah,
exactly.
Final
Slater.
game.
Final game
Origin.
next Wednesday. We got New South Wales versus Maroons.
Let's talk about the team list first, and we'll
Yeah,
say
all
our
right, so
predictions.
I'll get on the.
Yeah, I've got the team
Oh, you
list
got it?
here.
Okay, awesome.
We won't go through every position. We'll just speak about the shockers and then and stuff like that. We've got the team up here if you want to see it.
Yeah,
All right,
sure.
So, for me personally, my thoughts about this team, Freddie didn't pick on form.
No.
He really didn't pick on form.
I don't think so.
Look, as a Dogs fan, I don't know why he's picked Josh Adokar. Look, we were advocating for Josh Adokar to be in the team last year.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fair enough. Bloke was playing good footy. Should have been picked. This year coming off, the bloke's still limping on his leg.
My dad was saying that.
I
He's
actually
still
noticed
limping.
that.
My dad
You
Against
seen him at
Titans.
the game, still limping.
Yeah, he did.
I don't know why Freddie picked him. I don't know why he picked. Pengai had one good game, bro. That Titans game.
Yeah,
But I
he
think
did.
look.
There's so many players ahead of him, bro.
Yeah, look,
Yeah, I think he's
absolutely,
overrated, Pango. I've said it multiple
Yeah.
times, but
Yeah.
he does suit Origin. His aggressiveness, he can lift the team up when things are not going right. He can give him that spark and that
Pango
energy.
has so much potential.
He brings that intensity.
Right now, he
Yeah,
hasn't
that's
been
what's
he
good.
hasn't been showing that at the Dogs.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
his first. What a
Real
performance
glimpse,
that
I would
was! That
say,
was so
yeah.
good, and that's what we need to see from him.
Yeah.
But there's so many players, personally, for me that should have got ahead of him. Olukuwatu,
Yeah.
should have put
Should have
him
been
on.
named in the
No, but
original.
it's prop.
I know
Forward.
that, but we got a prop on the bench that can go and replace him.
Oh, yeah.
And then he goes there. Like I think there's so many positions that players that could have replaced him. But
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say
Fiddler probably panicked.
Like another thing, why didn't they pick Cook over Coruscant?
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
going to
man.
say.
So
What would you?
What has Coruscant done?
I think you know why, because Brad Fittler. Sorry,
Fittler.
sorry, Brad. Anyway, anyways, Brad Fittler was saying because Coruscant's been playing good the last 3 weeks of those games, but Cook has been on.
Cook
the
is
form,
look.
Cook has been on his
He's
form
the
the
best.
last few
He's
games.
probably
a
the best
few weeks,
hooker
sorry.
right now in the game.
Exactly.
You cannot. He's probably the best safe for New South Wales
Absolutely,
up there.
bro.
That's why I think he's panicked a bit.
The way Cook-
I think he
because the
did.
pressure's on him.
You know what
And
I
he
feel
has
like?
to get the team right.
This is why I heard this on NRL 360.
Yeah.
Coruscant, look, I don't know who said it. Matty John said it. He's like, he makes Nathan Cleary pick up the pace a bit. Nathan Cleary has the ball game, he has the passing game, doesn't have he's not good in the pace department. He can't rush the ball too
Cook's
much.
quick.
Yeah.
With Coruscant being next to Cleary,
Yeah.
Coruscant will make Cleary rush up with the ball, rush
Yeah.
up with the ball, so that
Absolutely.
way they break the line and stuff like that. So I think that's why Freddie's
But okay, put him on the
in a
bench
way.
at least.
I don't agree with Coruscant.
Cook should
I
have
agree.
been.
I
Cook
think-
should have-
Absolutely.
He should have been in the team. Look, Coruscant, despite the season he's had and the
Yeah,
Tigers,
yeah.
you still know what you're going to get from him. With a good team, he's going to play good, and
Exactly.
it's going to really show like who he was last season. But to not put Cook, who's been there for 4, 5, I think 6 years, something like that, to not put him in the team. That's just beyond crazy. Like you didn't
Exactly.
put
You
need
Cook
that
into-
experience.
At least put him in the bench. Look at
Exactly.
Queensland; they have Hunt and Grant.
Even like Campbell Graham. Why didn't they pick Campbell Graham?
that's
Yeah,
stupid
that's what I
too.
was
And-
saying.
and another
I was
thing-
actually saying
He's-
that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. He panics because
Yeah.
look at the lineup. Turbo, he's not fully fit.
Yes.
What about if he gets injured on that day?
What about Josh Adokar too?
Adokar gets injured on the day. That's
Yeah.
why because there's so much pressure on him to get this right to win the series. He's really panicked
And
and
Brad
made bad
Fittler
decisions.
said that he's confident that he's back in the Origin now. Adokar. Look, I don't understand, but I really don't understand why would you put Adokar and Pangai? And like how we said about Pangai, he hasn't been playing the best.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to be fair.
He's not picking up form. Even Freddie said, Freddie Fittler, he's
Yeah.
like, I'm gambling. He's like, I'm putting all my chips
That's
in.
what I'm saying. He
The
panicked.
bloke
But you
said
don't
it.
say
The bloke
that.
said-
Panicked.
Yeah, you don't say that about your
you
team.
don't
I'm
say that.
just gambling
He
it.
said you said like everyone can't. Like,
Yeah.
you
He
can't.
said that in those
that's my point.
interviews.
He's panicked on the team decision.
So he has you pick.
Yeah.
We'll get to this later, but you pick a team on form. You don't pick a team. You know what I mean?
Adokar,
Yeah,
look, Adokar, my dad, as I said,
I'm
my
telling you,
dad,
we're
he
losing
was
it
saying
this
that
year.
Nah, I don't think so.
as
Losing.
you said, you didn't put him last year when he was playing, like scoring tries, and everyone was like, "What's the point of not putting him
Yeah.
when he's played it?" And now you're bringing him when he's just had one game back and he's had a not a big injury, but an injury
then-
that set him
yeah.
back a bit.
And another thing
and now
now-
you're putting him in when he's not, in a way, not fit yet.
Exactly. Another thing now, like it's even bad for us as Doggies fans. Say he gets injured in the Origin
Yeah,
arena.
yeah.
Mate, that affects us our whole season. Our whole
Yeah, it
season.
does. And then he'll be gone for the whole season.
That's what I'm saying, man.
With
Like, I don't
Fox,
know.
with Fox, we've won 66% of our games
Yeah.
when he's in the team.
Yeah.
So that just shows how much
We need
of
the
an
Fox,
impact
man.
he has in our team. Look, he comes on, we win this week.
Queensland-
And I think if he wasn't there, we would have not won.
Queensland
I
don't
just
have
feel
the
his
strongest
presence-
team as well.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
look at
I
that.
actually saw
They've
their
got
lineup.
Let's
Yeah.
just get into the Queensland.
They've got
Oh, wait, quickly
experienced
about
players.
Nico Hines, quickly.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah,
should
we
have
have to
started.
talk about
He
Nico
should have
Hines.
I'm
started.
not happy
Nick-
with himself a team because that means he's not going to get minutes.
Yeah.
He can't play hooker.
Yeah.
He can't play.
He can play nine.
Utility
You
as
can
He
well.
argue
can't
nine.
play any like lock or any like.
Yeah.
You can argue he can play 9.
He
Nah.
hasn't played there.
I know exactly.
In a
but
way,
You can argue.
What is he's gonna play like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I think
That's why he's not that ecstatic.
Talako was 17 last year, and he only played like 15 minutes.
Yeah, man,
that's right. But you know what?
Nico Hines is in the form of his life, the form of his career, consistently last year.
What has he done this year?
I actually saw on the interview on the New South Wales YouTube on their page. It seems like Nico Hines seems happy, but at the same time he's saying, "I wish I took that number 6 position."
I'm telling you, if we lose this game, series done.
Yeah, we got
Why? Because we got
serious trouble,
Suncorp
man.
second game. That's where the pressure's going to come on
I
us.
don't feel confident. I've told everyone
Look,
I don't feel
hey,
confident.
Bill,
I
you
said
gotta
before we're
understand-
losing.
but you
I
have-
predicted
wait, but
Queensland winning this year on the prediction.
I think
but
we're
you
losing
have to
Queensland.
understand as well. Queensland Maroon doesn't have a good side either, too.
They got a good side.
Nah, but still, bro,
not really.
Bro,
Not
look,
the
they had
best,
the
not
worst-
really.
they had the
So
worst team in
experienced.
2019. They were named the worst squad in State of Origin history.
Yeah,
They beat
and
us
they
still.
still-
What gets them to
No, last year they beat us.
No,
I'm
2
saying
years
that
ago.
even in 2019,
3 years ago.
2020.
No, are you serious?
Yeah.
Or they beat
No,
us?
they all named the worst squad in
Yeah,
2020.
and-
Yeah, I remember that.
Remember that
the
when
State
they
of
beat
Origin,
us?
yes.
So
See,
that's
what-
saying
what
that
gets them-
team's good and it'll still beat
What
us.
gets them through is their passion.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
know.
why they win games.
But
They
first
got
game is at
hard.
Adelaide
Oh, yeah.
anyway, so which was good.
Yeah.
So
So-
I'm not. If we lose this series, lots of big changes will be made
you know
in game
what?
2.
I don't want to predict too much. We have to wait and see till Wednesday night, and then we're gonna react to it. That's all I'm gonna say.
All I'm going to say, I'm not happy with the team.
I'm not happy.
I'm not happy.
Go through Queensland.
I'm not happy
team.
either.
What are some big?
Look, I think we're all gonna
All right,
agree. I'm not happy
let's
either.
move on to Queensland. I reckon this is the better side of.
Do you think so?
Slater, he didn't. We'll bring this up again. The pick and stick. This is a debate. Pick and stick, or you base it on form when picking an Origin team. We'll talk about this later. But Slater didn't go for pick and stick. Like he's dropped loyal players that were loyal to the Maroons, like Ponga.
Yeah.
He's got Reece Walsh.
I agree with Walsh.
I agree with Walsh.
100%.
Yeah, Reece Walsh was
Like,
a
do
good
you show
player.
your loyalty to Ponga that he might show up in the Origin
Nah.
arena?
But Ponga has performed well in the Origin matches.
A few
No,
times,
not
yeah,
really.
but
Yes,
not
he
all
has,
the
bro.
best.
He always scores. Last year, he scored in every match.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, he did
scored.
last
He's
year,
been-
actually.
he
But
was
Reece
good
Walsh
last
has
year.
picked it up. But yeah, speaking on form. He's speaking on form.
Is his age going to
Slater.
affect it? Reece
But,
Walsh.
yeah.
He's young still.
This is where the sides differ. One side's picking on form.
Experience.
You
One
say he's
side's
young.
picking.
You say he's young, but he's got a lot of experience.
Yeah,
for
he
his
does,
age.
yeah.
But I was getting that one side Blues are picking, picking sticking, and
They're
then
going on
you got
form.
Slater picking his team on form.
Which is, I think, is the right way.
I reckon. I don't know.
But he's versing Tedesco.
I reckon-
You're talking Tedesco's more experience in the Origin
Yeah,
as well.
of course. But form-wise, Walsh is on fire.
Like a lot of
You
before.
could argue loyalty's better, but
Yeah.
form. But I reckon
no,
form.
I think it's a both of loyalty and form.
Yeah.
I
Both
reckon
ways, yeah.
form should
In a
matter.
way, I like loyalty because think of it, Turbo and Tedesco.
Yeah.
Despite the seasons, you're looking forward to watch it because you know what they're going to do. I
Yeah,
think they're
of
going to
course,
play
right.
good.
But to
Campbell
gamble-
Graham, I'm not saying Campbell Graham deserved 100%.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, everyone
I'm
has
saying
said
if
it.
he came on, would he maybe just being under pressure, not know what to do?
Exactly, but like you're gambling at that point. We like if you're using loyalty, you're gambling. Like he might show up during the Origin games.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he might show up. Like Adokam might show up.
Yeah.
He might have his amazing game, or Pengai might have an amazing game. You know what I mean? But with form, you're guaranteed that that's what they're going to bring to
Yeah,
the game.
because they've
So
yeah.
I reckon you always pick on form. Always pick
Always,
on form.
that comes first.
No matter
Form is temporary, but class is permanent. So those players who are off form, they can just click
Exactly.
and play good. So I think it just
you got to earn
depends.
your spot, man.
Mix of both. Mix of both.
Origin is about earning your spot.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Origin's about earning your spot.
Some of the players pick themselves,
Yeah.
despite if they're on form. Like Tedesco, he has to be in, of
Yeah.
course. Murray, Haas, all those players. But there's some players that form, they should go ahead.
And
of
like it ruined the whole Origin experience, as in like, oh, I've got to play so good so I can make it to
Yeah,
Origin.
exactly, yeah,
That's
yeah.
the whole
Sure.
point of Origin.
Yeah,
I've got to
yeah,
play my
yeah,
best
yeah,
footy.
yeah.
But when you lose that, like when you lose that sort of ideology, man, Origin really becomes, I don't know, man,
Like
becomes
respect
stale.
to Campbell Graham. Like,
Yeah.
I think for 2 years now he's been 18th man.
Yeah, yeah.
And now this was his chance that he's gonna get
And
it.
he still missed it.
Still missed out.
You know what? He might get it, his chance in the
And
round
look, think of
game
it,
two, I reckon.
If we lose this first game, then he's gonna be Fittler's gonna be panicking.
Yeah.
He's gonna choose Graham, and he's gonna put all the pressure on them to get the job done.
And then to win in Suncorp,
Yeah,
fuck,
bro,
gonna
That's
be
hard.
man.
No, the first game's at Adelaide. What's wrong with you? Second
Yeah,
game's at
That's what I'm
Suncorp.
saying. If we lose
Yeah, I know.
Adelaide,
Bro, second game we're fucked. If we lose second game
We are
and then
gone.
win
Oh, you got
first
to stay
game,
positive, mate.
I think
We gotta watch
I think the last time we won at Suncorp was when we won the series. We won game 1 and then game 2, and that turned out to be big. So winning at Suncorp isn't easy.
Speaking
It's
of
hard,
gambling,
it's hard.
Fittler's gambling with his job right now.
Yeah,
If he
yeah.
loses this
I think
series,
it's a big
pack it
mistake
up, Fittler, you're going
And
home.
this was a period in
Yeah.
Origin for Blues to win like 6 out of 6.
Yeah.
And Fittler just choked it. Like
Exactly.
if he doesn't do it again this year, bro.
Then he might be
And I
gone.
rate Slater as an Origin coach.
Yeah.
I think he's very good.
Yeah, I think so.
Slater is a young coach. He's proved that give him another preseason with Origin.
I think give him the next 2 years as Queensland, he'll be the next Melbourne
Him and
coach.
Cameron Smith
Man, that
and
Queensland spirit, man. That
But
Queensland spirit, they're
do
going to bring that
you
intensity.
realize it's different in Origin compared to normal
Yeah, 100%,
season.
Of course, yeah.
It's different,
100%.
man.
But
It's
still, I
completely
think
It's
he'll
only
get,
3 games,
He'll
3
get a
camps.
coach. But you can see, and
He'll get a job soon somewhere. I think Melbourne.
I think
to be
Melbourne.
honest.
He might be. He might go there.
But you know I feel to be the difference. It's always the difference in these Origin games. It's always the difference maker, the spirit, the heart. Queensland,
Yeah,
Queensland's
the passion.
got it.
That heart, I wish Blues had the same heart Queensland have. I'm a Blues fan that is not afraid to admit Queensland have a bigger heart than Blues. They do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
no,
actually
it's
do.
true. It's true.
They actually do.
We saw it in 2020. The
Yeah,
worst
that
Queensland
proved
Queensland
that, yeah,
side.
yeah.
Everyone doubted them. Look, they won the series.
Until
Nah,
it comes down
that's
to the mentality.
Yeah, but
Exactly.
to my final predictions, it's too early. I haven't seen the games, but I'm saying Queensland.
I've
win
always said at the
series.
start of the season, Queensland. I
Yeah.
feel they're going to win it. I just don't.
I think
feel
Queensland will win in the first 2.
Yeah,
potentially, yeah.
No, I think New South Wales is going to win the first 2
I'm not
games.
confident at all this year.
yeah. It's,
I think New South Wales. I'm
There's
going to
no
stick with
pressure
my
on
state.
Slater and Queensland. There's pressure on us.
Yeah,
Look,
he's-
I am going to stay with New South Wales, but the way how Brad Fittler, sorry, how he's gambling with all these players, I think that's a big mistake.
I still feel even
look.
Turbo's a risk,
My point is, if you're going to prove a point to be an Origin as a New South Wales player, you got to prove your point from round 1 all the way before Origin
that's
season.
why even when I Turbo,
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Turbo.
like that's another one in the Blues team.
He's been
Like
terrible
he
this
just
season.
he just showed up for
That
one
was his
game.
first
And
good
then-
game.
Yeah, I know.
Like why are you picking Turbo?
And for
But why would
that's
you
what I'm saying.
gamble in this fucking season, bro? I don't
can-
understand.
As fans, we don't want to gamble, man.
Yeah, that's
If
not
we're
right. That's a
struggling-
wrong
if we're
thing.
struggling to pick our best
Yeah.
17 for New South Wales, that's a problem.
Yeah.
It is a problem.
It's,
I reckon
it's a massive
at
problem.
the end of the day, Fido's going to be on the ropes. He's going to be like, what do I do after I lost the
Yeah,
first
yeah.
game? They get all these players that are on form now.
Yeah,
And
it's gotta-
for
it's gonna
example,
move.
as well, if we lose the season as well, imagine him getting sacked
no,
as a
he'll
coach.
he'll get sacked.
But who's going to be the next coach afterwards?
Yes, Hasler.
Nobody knows when.
Hasler.
Everyone's saying Andrew Johns.
Who
I
would
would
nah,
love
bro,
to say
he's
Johns.
had his team as
He
coach.
said he would never coach.
Nah.
coach.
But who
I would
would
love
you
to
get
say
as
John.
coach? Who would you get as coach?
I don't know.
I wouldn't
Really?
know.
Who would you get? Who is the next New
It
South
literally
Wales
would
coach?
be anyone. It could be anyone.
Hasler probably try something different.
Hasler? Nah, I don't think so.
I really couldn't think of anyone.
Origin, anyone pops up. It could
Yeah.
be Jeff Tuvey. Like they come out and just come and
Imagine
coach
Jeff
Origin.
Tuvey. There's got to be an investigation.
He suits Origin.
Imagine
Yeah, he
like a
does.
Shane Flanagan. Nah, doubt it.
Yeah, like look,
Yeah,
Or-
it's
I would
just-
love to see Jeff Tuvey, man.
But I can bloody coach the New South Wales if they wanted me.
No, but I'm saying is it like really we have like no.
Yeah, no,
we
it's
have
probably
no cycle
Hasler.
of-
It's probably Hasler.
You reckon Hasler?
Probably. He's
It
the
could
only
be
one that's
Hasler.
off
Or
contract.
what about Craig Bellamy again?
He's signed for
No, I
Melbourne.
know, but he can coach
always like
Blues.
He can't
No,
coach.
he
He
can't.
can't
I
coach.
always like
Oh,
those days
that
when
once.
Ricky Stewart was the coach.
Yeah.
Hey, you know he'll bring
Yeah.
the spirit.
Nah, he
Yeah,
will.
yeah.
Hey, imagine Ricky Stewart as
No,
coach.
that's not.
Oh,
New
I
South
would
Wales
love to
coach.
see him back
Do you
in the
think he'll leave
Blues.
Raiders for Blues?
Yeah, he will.
Because he's got the heart, man.
Yeah, he does, but he loves Raiders a lot too.
Has he coached Blues before?
Yeah, he
Oh,
did.
yeah, he
All
did.
those years back in
He did.
03, 04.
No, he did
like,
coach.
back in
His
the
record,
days.
bro. His
Oh, I
record.
can't remember.
I can't
but
remember the winning
won,
record.
He didn't win. I don't think he won a
I don't
series.
think he won a-
Of course, he coached them during the.
No, actually, we did it back in 04,
Oh,
really?
05. I remember
Oh, was he the
05, 05
coach?
because Gus was with him as an assistant.
Hey, get
Yeah.
Gus.
Gus will be.
Get
Nah,
Gus
but
as-
he's a
Yeah.
He would have.
Get Gus as Origin coach if Fitler.
Gus, if you're
decides to
watching, please
retire.
coach New South Wales, please.
Hey, imagine. I reckon. I
I would love to
always
see
rated
that.
Gus as coach. Gus has
course.
to be a coach of club.
He
for me.
knows. He
He
knows.
knows his
Look, his
stuff, man.
coaching record for Bulldogs, like now he won the Roosters game for us.
Yeah.
And he was an old Dogs player too back in the days too.
and a coach for
Yeah.
Dogs.
It was so funny that
And New
day
South
how
Wales.
Gus was in the coaching box and Barrett was down there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Last year.
But speaking about Barrett, 5 wins in 36 games. Serraldo 5 wins in 10 games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that big difference.
Massive.
Massive difference. I'd rather have Serraldo than freaking what's name Barrett.
That should not happen last. Trent Barrett's 5 wins.
That was
Of
short,
course,
bro.
years.
That reminded me.
We
man.
experienced
That-
5
Those were the
wins
bad times.
in 1 year, and
2
a
years,
season and a
Samuel.
half. No, he left halfway through the
But
season.
still, that's 5 years in a year and a half.
Yeah, that's why I said a year
Yeah.
and a half.
Yeah.
No, you said 2 seasons.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
It's crazy, yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
All right, boys. I want to switch it.
Yeah.
Oh, would you-
I
would
was
you-
actually
you
going
wanna
to say
something
this.
quickly?
Yeah, no.
I'll switch the topic
Yeah.
real quick. I know Anthony's got his feelings about this. The bunker system, boys. It's totally rubbish, man.
Yeah, you know
Like,
what?
It has to go. Yeah, I think
I've
it's
actually
fine.
said it. Look, I think we're going to put this on TikTok, and I hope everyone will debate it if they say yes or no. I think everyone's saying this bunker system needs to get out of the NRL ASAP. We've had enough.
Like, have your
from the beginning to the end. The last how many years they've had the bunker system in this system?
But I think
it's 2014.
I think so, yeah.
But I think this year's been the worst.
Yeah.
So many bad decisions. Even the pundit.
They take their time,
Everyone's
yeah.
saying it's bad.
It's gotten to the point where the bunker's controlling the ref.
Yeah.
The bunker is controlling the narrative of the whole
computer
game.
system, I was like,
It's dictating who wins and who loses.
Losing the game
Like
completely.
you got look, I'm gonna go back to that Rabbitohs and Para game. Gus put it correctly. The ref put his whistle in his pocket. You know what I mean? Like sometimes the Para and Rabbitohs game, as in like Rabbitohs only show up when they get set restarts and get penalties and whatever. When the bunker's in play, when the refs in play, it's dictating how teams play now. The bunker system is totally horrible. I reckon
It's
you go back to the
unacceptable.
old days.
Yeah.
Normal video referee.
Yeah, exactly.
Normal video
That was
referee.
fine. That was
Let the
perfect.
game play.
Because
Yeah.
even though if they make a mistake, you can't go
Exactly.
back. He made
Yeah.
a mistake, and when the bunker, it's even worse when they look at it and still
Exactly.
make a
It
mistake.
takes 4 minutes,
Leave
5
it-
minutes
the ref,
to get a
the ref's
decision.
on the ref's the ref. Whatever he sees, he sees.
It's
Just leave it like
nitpicking, man.
that.
They're nitpicking the small, like that Panthers game. Bro, like I couldn't believe it. Like he didn't fumble the ball. They said he fumbled the ball.
And the wall situation
Yes.
where he was apparently he was running straight to the player and trying to clear it, and they said that's like obstructing the player. And then the bunker system said, nah, it's good. But then the ref changed his mind and said, nah, have a look at that
I know
again.
Anthony's got his beliefs about the refs. It's not always the ref's fault, man.
Yeah, I
it's
know.
the bunker in the ear telling him this is not a try. This is
Because
this
you know
and that.
what, when they came in the system, it actually screwed up the whole NRL clubs and officials
The
and all
game,
that
the
stuff.
game.
It's been happening nearly for 8 years now. Why would
How
you
long
have
has the
this
bunker
kind of
system
system?
been here now?
Hey?
How long?
2014.
Look,
Since 2014,
When
it's
I look
been
back
8
in
years
the
now.
day, like bringing the captain. Look, the captain challenge and the bunker. How good was it when it was just the video ref?
Let the boys
Yeah.
play.
That's it.
Let
Exactly.
the boys play footy, man. Even as fans, I don't want to always, like, all right, set restarts, it keeps flowing. But I don't want to keep stopping for a penalty or seeing if someone did a high tackle hip drop and on reports.
Yeah, you know
Look,
what?
the
It's
only-
really,
I've had
really
it,
too
man.
much.
I've had it, man.
I'm fed up with it. I'm sick of it. It's unacceptable. I think every NRL fan around the whole Australia, they know this bunker system
Look, the
needs to
only-
go. We're sick of it.
Yeah,
We're
I'm
sick of it. This is why we stress out as fans.
Every fan.
Every fan has had enough. We're all literally had
The
enough.
only thing I'd keep is
The
of
video
course,
ref and that's
the
it.
video ref. Yeah, but I'm
I
saying
agree on that one.
the people upstairs to keep an eye on the head high tackles.
All right, high
If the ref-
tackle.
keep
Yeah,
that-
that's normal.
And grounding the ball. You need your.
And, not-
yeah,
every-
at least
and
the
they
ground
need
of
to
the
bring
ball, I
they
understand
need
that,
to bring video ref to check forward passes. What's that
Yeah.
rule of the only thing you can't check is a forward pass?
You know what? Yeah.
It's so
you know what I
dumb.
never understood too?
What is it?
Ever since they brought in that try confirm bullshit. Like, if the ref thinks it's a try, I get it. It works in your
exactly.
favor. If the ref thinks it's a try, it's a try. If it doesn't think it's a try, it's not a try.
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm back to my point. The bunker is controlling the narrative of these games.
Yeah, I've noticed
So get
it.
rid of the ref.
Look,
What's the ref?
I think it's okay
The ref's there for
to
show nowadays.
overturn tries. I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. But another way.
I think it's fair because we might have a decision that could have cost us a win, the 2 points, anything. So I think keep that part of the system.
But let the ref-
leave it,
but let
not-
the ref
They
figure it
changed
out.
it completely.
Yeah, no, but
but
sometimes think of it. The ref, he might not see, like for
What
example, even
the
touchline
bunker might see.
pace
How they used to do
quickly.
it back in the day. Just video ref.
Yeah, I know that, but then now, for
not saying-
example, for example, I think last year, for example, Ronaldo Mulatalo against the Dogs, see how his leg touched out?
yeah.
As soon as he scored, if it wasn't for the bunker, that would have been a try.
Yeah, but,
There's
but
certain
I'm
things.
saying, get like the bunker, get them to look at it. All right, the ref made a bad call. All right, whatever. But get them to look at it. But I don't know, man. I feel like
Look, there's things they should look at, but not every single piece of
they need to-
little,
Because
not
it
like
just
that.
ruins the whole game.
ruins
And
the game.
even like with knock-ons or forward passes, like how we said, everything that's happening on the field, they're always stopping it and they're wasting
Yeah, no,
our
you're right.
game and they're wasting people's money and their tickets and their membership just to freaking wait for what's going on in this
No,
bunker
you're right.
system.
Like even talking about that Broncos
I'm sick
one,
of it.
how the ref goes, I don't agree with that. And the bunker was moving on from what they were looking at. He was going on to see the grounding, but then as soon as he said, I'm not happy with that, they went back to check
And
it,
it turned the try.
and then it overturned. So like. The ref, you made the decision to send it up. Let him deal with it now.
Exactly.
Don't come and interfere with it.
Exactly. You need the video ref, but you don't need them to be like
it's controlling them.
They're basically God, man.
Yeah,
they're
like
God of
controlling.
footy, man. Like just
Controlling
get lost. Like at this part, I said it. Like the rest are there for show. They're just there just to blow a whistle
Like,
and that's it.
even
When they got people in their ears.
Tell me.
Even that obstruction against the Dogs.
Which one?
You know,
No.
before Alamotti put the try.
Which game was that?
Recently.
Oh, Titans.
See the obstruction before. You know when Alamotti scored, but it was double movement.
Oh, yeah.
See the obstruction before that?
Yeah.
Now, he had 7-8 seconds to get up and make the tackle, get the make a tackle. Make a tackle. And when I look back at Marnie, I still can't believe that wasn't a penalty.
Against Warriors a few weeks back. And how about the one against
consistent,
Canberra when we were at Magic Round when they had to keep repeating the video? Remember when we
Yeah,
recorded?
yeah, yeah.
And I
How
said
long,
they kept going,
Yeah.
going 7-8 times, and everyone's fed up with it.
Yeah, like it was
they're
a
just
joke.
wasting
It's a
everyone's
joke,
time.
It was
man.
so
The bunkers-
obvious. That was the knock on. I think by the
Look,
Raiders.
I'm going to say this on camera to every NRL fan around the whole Australia. If you agree with me right now, I think we're going to put a TikTok question. Should the NRL bunker system needs to go, yes or no? That's all I'm going to ask. Because I'm fed
sure
up with
that-
it. I think you're all fed up with it. Everyone's fed up with it. I'm sick of it.
Yeah, me too. I agree, Anthony.
They need to go. Even Gus said it on Monday Night Footy as well. He said it's unacceptable. This is not
Look,
normal.
if it's working consistently every time,
If
we're
they
making
fix
it
up, okay, we
but
understand
they,
that.
they're making the dumbest decisions that
They are.
even like us. If we get the job, we do a better job.
Yeah.
Like it's just.
It's unacceptable.
There
I
has to
don't
be
know.
an investigation in this.
That's the investigation.
Yeah, we're going to put
Fans
Jack
make
Suvi in this one.
Fans make better decisions than the refs.
Every fan
yeah,
knows
honestly.
more
We
than
say
the
things
bunker
more-
system.
How good
Bunker
was footy
system
back
don't know what's
then? Even
going
us
on.
as
Yeah.
kids, man, just
We
going like it
enjoyed it.
just changed so
It's
much, man.
different, man,
Just
now.
go to video ref, see the thing.
That's it. Let it go.
Try, no
That's
try,
it.
that's
But the
it.
bunker system, they just want to keep delaying it.
And
delaying
every
it,
high
delaying it.
tackle
It's too much.
penalty, every touch on the head penalty, every little just everything. They're just picking like
too soft.
Premier League too. If their legs are offside by
Technology's ruined it, man. Just
This
Offside,
whole
no goal.
NRL,
Too
this whole
technical now.
technology
Like, for me,
has stuffed the whole world up with sports, man. Straight out.
If you're off like a millimeter, who cares?
Yeah.
If you're off a meter, fine, yeah. But if
Yeah.
you're making decision based
It's like
on
a tone. They're based on the toenail.
That's why sometimes watching reserve grades is better than watching first grade.
there's no-
Because
Straight
they let the
yeah.
boys play.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
just, I don't think they even have video ref.
No. They make the decision.
Like Gus said it, tries that are scored in reserve grade wouldn't be a try
The
in
New South
first
Wales
grade.
Cup, you would say, yeah.
There's a lot of things that go on.
Exactly, because they're nitpicking the first grade, man. I don't know, man.
But they
That's
always just pick on the worst teams too. Like,
We'd watch the game, okay.
yeah.
Oh, obstruction, that's it. We can't.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah.
But if, as I said, if they go to the bunker and they still don't see it, that's when the fans get angry.
Yeah, man.
Because everyone's getting pissed off and everyone's fed up
needs
with
to
it,
end.
man.
That's all I can say.
It's a problem that needs to be fixed. Either remove it, adjust it,
Or
get
it
better,
just goes, that's
get
it,
better
we've had
refs
it.
to work in it.
Absolutely.
Make the rules fix the rules up and make sure everyone knows clear what each rule means.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so no one
exactly.
gets confused because at times
Even the
everyone's
refs are getting confused. They don't even know what they're doing.
Yeah,
getting
they don't know
confused,
what's
bro.
going
They
on.
don't know what's a hip drop anymore. They don't know this and that because so many rules in the game. That's why they cop a lot of shit sometimes.
But you know what? I want to put one more thing on the topic as well. Especially when dogs, like I'm saying, any footy player that's getting hurled on tackle, they stay on them for about a few seconds,
Yeah.
and everyone's fed up with it
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
That's
When
a
they're
whole
staying
different
too long,
topic.
they
That's-
should call 6 again straight away.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think we can all agree. The
Last week
bunker-
at Warriors game, remember last week at Warriors game?
Yeah.
They done it too much, man.
Yeah. Look, we can all agree the bunker system stopped.
This bunker system needs to go. That's
Yeah,
all
I
I can
think-
say.
Okay, well, that's a wrap for NRL. We had a good discussion, boys. But now move on to the Premier League. Final week of the Premier League, actually. Final matches being played. And I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, Man City. I think it was yesterday. Monday.
Yeah, 2 days ago.
2 days ago, yeah. It's Wednesday today. Man City were officially crowned Premier League champions. Actually, they were crowned Premier League champions Sunday.
On Monday.
Monday
Sunday,
morning.
Sunday.
night after Arsenal were defeated against Nottingham Forest. So what was your take on that game?
I was watching that game. I wasn't really interested. I knew the season was done. We had no chance of winning the title. And when I told you the score, you were shocked. You said like, "Come on," as if you guys lost.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, if I wasn't interested to watch the game, how are the players going to be excited and hyped to win it? The title was done,
Yeah.
so the players were not interested. It was just over,
And that
they couldn't do much
secured
really.
Nottingham safety for next
yeah.
season. So that means 3 of the promoted teams this season have stayed up, and now we're going to get 3 new relegated teams.
So Burnley are coming in. Is who
Burnley's
came
coming in,
second?
Sheffield's coming in,
Sheffield's
and either
coming in.
Coventry Town or
or
Luton,
Luton
Town.
Town. Yeah.
Luton Town and Coventry Town. That's going to be.
I wanted even we said Middlesbrough or Sunderland.
Yeah, I think
and it didn't happen.
already those 2 are confirmed to get out. Like There's no way.
Who?
Coventry and
Oh yeah,
Leeds
no
and-
chance. You never know, bro. Like they
knows,
could
but
make a shock in the Premier
Man
League.
City, man, 7 Premier League titles in 12 decades. And I was watching Gary Neville speak about it. Everyone said, "Oh, they're taking over the Premier League. They're guaranteed to win every title." But if you look at it, the past decades,
All your money.
if you look at it past decades, Man United won 8 in 12. When the Premier League started, there was only 3 winners: Man United, Arsenal, Blackburn Rovers. Then the next decade,
Was Chelsea?
Man United, Chelsea
Yeah.
only won it.
And now Chelsea.
And now it's, I think Chelsea,
City, Leicester, and Liverpool.
I think it was 5 teams.
No, that's all those.
Yeah, it
that's
was
the
4
winners.
teams that won it. Oh no, Man United too. In that decade.
Oh,
yeah,
okay,
in that
yeah,
decade. Man United 2 won it. So
City are just too strong.
as I said, every decade there's a team that dominates. It was United, then United Arsenal. No, it was United, then United Chelsea, and then now City, of course. So it's only time until we have a new probably team coming over and taking
Hopefully it's
over.
Arsenal.
But yeah, I feel until Pep leaves, then they're gonna really see who they're missing. Like when
Yeah.
Sir Alex Ferguson left, we haven't recovered since then. Chelsea, when
Guardiola,
they had
yeah.
that moment
That's a fair
with
good point.
They fell
Chelsea,
apart.
yeah. And
So-
then there's Guardiola.
So once Pep
And Wenger, when he left, we struggled. Oh, we
no
really
way.
struggled. We struggled under Wenger, but what I mean is we
Is
struggled to
Arsenal
find that
invincible? That's
identity.
it?
We struggled to find that identity.
yeah.
And since Arteta came, he's restored that identity.
So yeah,
But
once Man City Pep leaves, but he's not going to leave anytime soon.
who contends for the title next year? Who has a chance to compete with City? Because like we said, City are too strong, and it looks like they're going to win it again next year because they're going to strengthen. They're going to strengthen every position, even the bench. What does your club need? Every club needs to be on the level of City.
Man City, of course, will challenge again for the title.
They're always
I
up
think
there.
Liverpool, they have potential. They still have the same team. Hope they might make new signings. Klopp, we know what they have inside of them, inside their dressing room. They're good quality players. The way they're finishing the season is like the old Liverpool. So I'd say Liverpool can do it because they're the only ones that have been doing it to them for the past years.
For the 5 years, they only won it once. It's very hard to win against City, the title.
For me, Arsenal, of course, I think they're going to be
I think we'll be up there.
But I'm also, Arsenal need to be careful that they don't go and just have, this was just a one season wonder, that they don't fall off what they've built this season. So I'm saying Arsenal, I'm saying United. I think they're the 4 that can really challenge. Newcastle.
Not Tottenham, no chance.
No, not Tottenham, not Chelsea. Newcastle, I don't think they'll challenge, but I think they're going to be fighting for top 4 again.
Yeah.
I think they're just still early in their process of developing their team, getting the right signings, and just really structuring their team, cementing Champions League again, and just slowly building up, buying the right players, potentially big players, and then they'll. I think in the next few years, then they'll start challenging. But I think for now, I think they're going to still be challenging for the top 4.
And also, I think I don't think it was a one season wonder because what we really showed this year is something different what we've seen previous years under Arteta. Even under Emery, under Unai Emery, and even the end reign of Arsene Wenger. But next year apparently we're linked with Declan Rice. You can see we're already focusing on that midfield because Xhaka's leaving to Bayer Leverkusen in the Bundesliga. So we're possibly only going to be left with Jorginho and Partey. So if we can strengthen that, we're linked with Caicedo, Declan Rice, and possibly 2 free transfers of either Tielemans or Gundogan. So you can see we're strengthening that midfield. We still need a striker, right back. So there's still a few positions which I think we will get before the season starts, and I think that can hopefully help us win that Premier League title.
Yeah.
Because we got Champions League because we added a bit more experience. Yes, they're still young players, but now I think this year we need to strengthen players that can help us win the title, world-class players like the players I've mentioned.
Like you guys, you missed out on Champions League last year. You got it this year.
Yeah, now possibly.
Missed the title, so maybe the title next year. But with United, I think
You just need a
apparently
striker.
we need a big striker. I think Harry Kane will get. That will be a brilliant signing. He's
Yeah.
guaranteed 30 goals to score for us. So that will be a very good signing. I think he'll suit our style with Rashford and Sancho feeding him in. Anthony has a good cross on him. So I think we've been linked with Neymar recently. I wouldn't go for Neymar.
Injury prone.
Injury prone. I think he's a big name. So he wants all the attention, like sort of like
You need to avoid those
Ronaldo,
players.
the Ronaldo problem we had. So I wouldn't take Neymar. Yes, he's probably one of the best top 5 players in the world, but I wouldn't take him.
Then
at
that means
United
Rashford
because
leaves.
Rashford's not that.
I'm saying if Neymar comes, Rashford doesn't start.
Rashford's on the verge of. We're not getting him. I'm saying Rashford's on the verge of signing a new contract at United, but then that will mean. No, if we do get, we're not getting him. But if we do get Neymar, that means Rashford will go up front.
Ain't no Kane.
Neymar left mid, Anthony right mid, and then Mark Goldbridge was saying that will not work at all. Rashford's
it wouldn't work. No,
Rashford doesn't work on he scores goals, but he's not a striker. Rashford's more threatening and he's more dangerous on the left mid. So personally, I think we should go Rashford, Kane, and Anthony. Sancho on the bench. Sancho just needs to pick up form, and we need a midfield. Potentially defender, and I keep David De Gea. So, and yeah, same goes to other teams. They need a lot of signings.
So we need to focus on midfield. Liverpool need to focus on their midfield. You need to just focus on the striker position.
But we can't score goals.
And maybe one more midfield with Casemiro. And Newcastle, it's about keep on signing the right players for the club to help them compete for the top 4 again.
We scored 42 goals this year, which is
42.
Yeah, 42.
That's bad.
We have a terrible.
So I think you need more attacking players.
We have a terrible attack.
That's bad.
It's terrible. Like our season.
42. That's one of the lowest.
Our season has been based on defense this season. De Gea getting the clean Golden Glove, which he deserves 100%. Yes, he's conceded goals, but he's conceded goals in big bulks. But then we don't concede. So he deserves 100%. Yes, people questioning whether he should stay or he hasn't had the best season. But I think personally he's had a very good season. 17 clean sheets. I think we can get 19 if we get the next 2. He has had a great season. He totally deserves it. And yeah, I think few teams will be up there with City. But again, it's going to be a big task to get City.
It's a massive task.
Because City started the season off pretty poor.
Yeah.
But they're always guaranteed to go on that run where they just don't lose at all. And they're on that run
I
now.
thought they weren't going to get that hot run of form where they just win games. I thought
it always happens
it's
every
just
year.
a different City. I felt that they dropped a bit. And what all I see is that they got 15, 16 winning streaks in a row.
People are saying that if they get the treble, this will be the best team ever. Ever, like, to play.
Yeah.
And look, I never watched the United treble team, but the United treble team was built from the youth. So in a way, you could say that's better than
because
having a team that's just bought. You know, so I think it'll be debatable, but yeah, City 7 titles in 12 years.
Like we said, the season has ended. Well, this week will be the last week of Premier League until August again. The players will have a pre-season break. Pre-season will come back in, play a few games before the season starts. But let's just talk about a few of our Premier League awards this year. First of all, let's go with Player of the Season.
Has to be Haaland.
Yeah, I think I agree.
He scored 37 goals right now. I think he might score maybe 2 more.
I think he'll get 40.
Going to be playing a lot now.
Why?
I think he has one hat trick in him.
Yeah.
One more. I think he'll reach the 40 mark because I'm saying he might not play because of Champions League. But yeah, Haaland for sure. And if I also choose another
top 3.
Top 3, Haaland, Odegaard, Saka, Rashford 4th. Just because Rashford had a few injuries and he's a bit slowed down now. I'll go Saka because Saka's on double digits.
Haaland, Odegaard, Saka. I think that's fair enough.
Yeah, I think Saka's been phenomenal this year.
Odegaard's...
You know what?
Haaland joined
Odegaard, the first 10 games, everyone said he's going to be player of the year. Everyone knew it. And Rory, the Chelsea fan, called him he's going to be a flop.
Oh, yeah.
So that turned on big on him. So yeah, my player of the year is Haaland.
Same here.
Manager of the year.
As much as Guardiola does deserve it because he's got another Premier League title under his belt, but I'm between Arteta and Eddie Howe. I think I'm just going to go Arteta and Eddie Howe, especially because what they've done
you got to choose one.
I'm just going to say Arteta because no one really thought we'll be in this position by the end of the year. No one thought we'll be competing for the title. We'll be on the top of the ladder for 230 days, something like that.
But did anyone think Newcastle would get top 4?
But I'm just saying because we competed with the title against City, I think that's better than competing with top 4. And Eddie Howe, don't get me wrong, he's done a fantastic job for Newcastle. He's transformed players. Murphy, who was here before he signed, he's turned him into a good player. Almiron has changed, transformed. So many good players he has transformed. And Newcastle, credit to them, they deserve Champions League. But if I was to choose a manager of the year, it has to be Arteta, especially with the pressure on him since signing the contract.
I'm going to probably go Eddie Howe. the only probably reason because at the start of the season they didn't lose a game. He's really changed the whole team. Bruno Gamares, Wilson, Isak, Almiron, Willock, Joel, the whole team, everyone, Trippier, everyone's playing phenomenal. They just gelled together, and Champions League for the first time I think 20 years. So it's such a big. It's going to be great. It's going to be good to see Newcastle in the Champions League.
Different teams now in the Champions League.
It's refreshing to see.
Before it was Liverpool, City, Chelsea,
but now we've got United back in the Arsenal, back Newcastle.
It's going to be good.
Hopefully United. We need a point at least to secure it. But yeah, I'm going to Eddie Howe. He's done a great job at Newcastle.
I'll go Arteta. Signing of the year.
So
I'm going to not put Haaland because
Haaland.
he's had a fantastic
Signing
season.
of the year, I'm going to go Casemiro.
Okay.
For United. I think without him, we would have been struggling. And Casemiro was on everyone's lips. He scored a winner, equaliser against Chelsea. He's solidified our midfield. And without him, we would have been struggling and we would have not had the defence we had. And I think he's the main reason why we've been good this year and improved so much. So I think Casemiro for me is the signing.
I would have went Jesus if he was fit for the whole season.
Yeah.
But I'm going to go for... Oh, this is hard. Who would I go for? Now I'm just blanked.
There's a few players.
Can you just list a few? Who's Trippier there is?
Trippier, there's
Pope,
Casemiro, of course.
Trossard
from Arsenal.
I can't think something off my head. I'm just going to go Haaland.
No, you can't.
I can't think who's new signings.
Casemiro, he was fantastic.
No, I'm not saying he was fantastic.
Isak for Newcastle. Like he's.
I can't really think of on top of my head. I should have planned it before the vid started.
I
can't think of a player.
Haaland.
I just said
think of a player.
Can you think of a player?
I said Casemiro.
Yeah, but I'm saying can you think of other players? That's what I'm saying. I can't even think of. Off my head.
Flop of the year.
Anthony.
I think he's been
I don't
good for
think
us.
he's been that good at all.
Look, he started
with my wife says he's a flop because you paid 80 million for him. That's why I think he's a flop. He should be getting at least 10 goals. And
but don't forget he came mid-season.
No, he didn't.
No,
he came at the start.
Sorry, but still, like
2 games.
It takes time to join. Next year, you'd say if he's a flop.
If you're saying flop,
he scored 3 goals. He scored a goal against Barcelona. Big goal.
Sterling too. I'm going to go Anthony.
And he's ended the season very well. Like he's more threatening. He's getting around players quickly. So I think if you watch him, you'd know how big of a difference he's made. Like how you said Pepe, when you watch him, like he's a good player. So I think Anthony's far from the flop. I'm going Sterling. I think Sterling's been even Mudryk too. I'm gonna go Mudryk.
Yeah, he's been bad.
He's been terrible. They signed him. He's done nothing at all.
Like it's not really his fault. They don't.
I know, but still, I think all the hype around him. He's not given the chance. Like I just don't think it's the right move for him. And I think that's been the flop of the year. Sorry,
young player of the year. I'll give it to Odegaard.
But I know 24. I'll give it to Saka.
Should we base it? If we went because he's 24 years old, but he's still in that young bracket.
How old's Rashford? Rashford. No, Rashford's not in it.
I'll just put Saka then.
I'll go Saka.
We don't classify that as
we said Saka double digits.
12 assists. He ended the season poorly.
Yeah, he's been very poor
fatigue.
Lately,
he's been tired, bro. He's played every minute of the Premier League season for 30 games, 32 games straight. So I don't blame him. But to get 12 goals, 13 goals, 11 assists is quite a record to get for his age.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Saka for that. Surprise of the year.
So what are we basing that like?
Just anything. Surprise signing of the year, surprise result of the year.
I'm going to say Arsenal being second.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I think that's the surprise of the season.
For me, surprise of the season is... I'm gonna surprise of the season Leicester in the relegation.
Yeah.
Because I think they were far from relegation. Everyone, of course, Leicester 10th place, 9th, always fighting maybe European place. They have Brendan Rodgers, a good squad. So I think that's a bigger surprise knowing that they're one game away from getting relegated. So I'll go
game of the year. That will be the last one.
Game of the year. I'm gonna say my game of the year as a United fan. Like the games I've watched. My favourite game of the year.
Based on your club, because you haven't watched every game.
I'm going to go the Man United win against City.
Yeah, that was good.
The Rashford goal at the end.
I'll go the 2-0 win at Newcastle. That game was very good. The last game. Yeah, that was good. You didn't even watch the game.
No, I'm saying, but really that was...
Yeah, because there was fights, the fans, that's what I meant. There was fights, there was dramas, everything. Okay, so I'll say the 2-0 win against Newcastle.
Okay, so player of the year went Haaland.
I went Haaland.
Manager of the year, Eddie Howe.
Arteta.
Signing of the year, I went Casemiro.
I just couldn't think. I just said Haaland.
Flop of the year, I went Mudryk.
I went Anthony.
Young player of the year, I went Saka.
I went Saka.
Surprise of the year, I went Leicester relegation.
Arsenal title race.
And then game of the year, you mean United City.
I went Arsenal.
Okay, so that's a wrap for our Premier League talk. The boys now going to take over and talk about UFC and
All
boxing.
right. Haney versus Lomachenko. Controversial fight happened over the weekend. All got our beliefs about it. I got my belief about it. A lot of people, majority of people have said, personally, including me, Lomachenko got robbed. Haney did not deserve that fight. If I just read out the stats.
Yeah, I got to hear this.
Lomachenko threw 159 more punches. He landed 9 more jabs and 5 more power punches than Devin Haney. You saw in the fight. I watched the fight, man. It's just, he dominated, bro, most of the rounds, man. Like, every time he came forward with those combos, Lomachenko, Haney did not know what to do. That Philly shell did not come in effect. His style did not come in effect with Lomachenko's style. The way, I feel Lomachenko, if he really wanted to, could have knocked out Devin Haney.
Yeah, absolutely, right.
His combo, he rocked him a few times too.
He did, yeah, he actually did.
The way he's cutting his angles, I give this bloke the win. This bloke should be undisputed.
100%.
And the very fact that, like, it's so sad to say that he won't get another shot at undisputed again.
I know.
The bloke should have been undisputed. But look, when you're fighting on American soil, the bloke's Ukrainian. He's fighting on American soil. The judges were 3 judges were American.
Yeah.
One of the judges scored the bout 116 to 112.
I actually
The
got a
biggest robbery. The fans made it known that Lomachenko won the fight.
Yeah.
All over social media, Lomachenko won the fight. To me, personally, right now, the undisputed champ is Lomachenko.
Absolutely,
Man,
right.
I don't believe how he got
But
robbed.
you know what?
He got
I
robbed.
don't know how Devin. Hayes. What's
Devin
that?
Haney.
Devin Haney.
Haney.
Sorry, yeah. I don't know how he got away with it. Really.
The boxing's corrupted, man.
It is
We
all
were talking about
corruption.
it last week with the Barroso and the Rolly Romero fight. How he got robbed. How Barroso was winning on every single judge's scorecard, winning every single round. Fucking the ref calls it off. Weeks calls it off. Mate, like, boxing's it's gone through this stage for a while where it's
They just
all
want to get
corruption,
away from
man.
it
It's
easier,
corruption.
and they want to make it more softer.
This is my theory.
Come on,
They
man.
want Devin Haney's a rising star. I've said this before. They realize that he could be the face of boxing. The judges realize that. They
absolutely.
give him the win. But, like, I don't know. Like, look, is it truly a win at the end of the day? Because if you have the fans saying it's not a win, everyone, Lomachenko saying it's not a win. I'm sure if Lomachenko lost, he'd say he lost.
Yeah.
Everyone, the boxing enthusiasts, they're all saying Lomachenko won. Haney fans are saying Lomachenko won.
Bro, everyone's saying it. Everyone's going off the social
Mate,
media.
when you have, is it really a win, Bob? It
wasn't a win. I reckon it's a rob. Everyone's saying
at
it's
that
a
point,
rob.
does Haney sit down with his trainer, with his dad, and say, do we rerun this fight? Do we do this again and do this in spectacular fashion? Do I knock him out? Just to make a statement for the boxing world and shut him up. I hate Devin Haney. I'm going to put it right here. I never liked him from the Kambosos fight. I love Kambosos.
Yeah.
I respect Haney as a fighter, but Haney's a grub. I never liked him.
He's a grub. He's always been like that. But you know what? Like he said, if he's going to sit down with his dad and his trainers and all their management and all that, I think he should say, I think we can give him a rematch.
Give Lomachenko a rematch.
I think
Give him a rematch.
Lomachenko, I think he should get a rematch, bro. He deserves it.
I couldn't believe that. I was just watching. I was like, bro, like, surely
Everyone was
Lomachenko
tripping
wins.
out. My mates were telling me, bro, they said, bro, that was rigged. It was a rob fight. It was really bad.
Mate, like, I don't understand. And now Haney wants to move up a division. He's 30-0 now. And that's another thing. That's another topic. Boxers protecting the O. Did they want to protect Haney's O, the judges? Did they want to still have that credibility to his name? I don't know, man. I'm done with boxing in a way, man. Like, you got all these robberies, man, like, where fighters win the fight and they don't win the fight. Like,
And then they overturn it and this and that.
please. I speak on the behalf of the boxing fans. I want to see this fight again.
I think it's a rematch.
And Lomachenko wins it, man. He has to win.
I hope
He has to win.
if they're watching it, we should say it's a rematch, man.
Mate,
I hope to God it's a rematch.
But Lomachenko, you saw him in the back.
I saw that. Yeah, he was emotional. He was off his head, bro. He was absolutely
There's
shattered.
nothing wrong with crying, man. When you look
Doesn't matter. That's in sport, bro. It doesn't matter. That's
man.
normal.
When you
It
train
happens.
your ass off and you're in a hard
You put your heart, you put your heart and soul, dedication.
Yeah, man.
all that training, all that effort.
Haney, even Lomachenko said he thought he was winning the fight. He's
Yeah.
like, he even took off a couple rounds. He's like, I'm winning this fight. I think the last round he backed off a bit. He could have really knocked him out the last round.
But you know what? Devin Haney's just a grub. You can tell by his
I
face.
don't
You
like
can tell
him,
by
man.
their management, their team.
don't like him,
You
man.
can tell the whole lot, man. They
I
look
never
very
liked-
sus. They look so sus.
I don't like Haney, man.
I never
don't like
liked
his
him
whole team.
since the first fight against George Kambosos when everyone was watching it. Bro, everyone was going for George Kambosos.
Oh,
I know
sure,
he was at the worst fight of his prime. I remember that.
Yeah.
But Haney, he's just,
But like
he's
Haney,
just too dominant, bro.
Haney
Like,
talks and talks and
he
talks.
just talks too much
he
shit.
He really got beaten by Lomachenko, a 33-year-old fighter.
Of course, bro.
Like, mate, I don't know, man. Like, that's a robbery. That is a robbery.
But you know what? You know how he's won the undisputed now, the championship. Who's going to be next up in line? Do you think Lomachenko should get the rematch, or he goes?
I reckon rematch, and then if Haney wins it, Haney moves
if
up
it's
the
a
division.
rematch, if it's going to happen a rematch, they have to do it end of the year. I think everyone's going to say end of the year
Give him
rematch.
like Paul Lomachenko, this bloke's not, like if he doesn't get the rematch, he's not going to get another shot. He's at the end of his career. Boxer's career lasts about 40, man. He's all going to go downhill from there, really.
Of course, man.
He's not the same as he was in his prime.
You know what? I think it's not how it used to be back in the days. When someone loses their fight in their championship, they get a rematch straight away after a few weeks. I remember back in the days like Mike Tyson, Lennox Lewis, Oscar De La Hoya, all those past boxers.
That's it. You pass your prime.
Yeah.
I feel that's why baby was crying a bit more. Like it's done for him. But hey, if the fans are talking, the boxing promoter should set something up again. That's it. Set the fight up again.
If he has the balls to say, "I'll give this bloke a rematch,"
That's
let
it.
him.
If he really wants to.
So be it.
But yeah, man.
I don't know.
Quickly, over the weekend, a few days ago, the KSI and Fournier fight, they got overturned.
last
It's
week,
a no
yeah.
contest now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a no contest, which is good. That should have never been KSI's win in the first
What a waste
place.
of a fight.
Yeah, man. Wasted everyone's time, money, whatever. It is what it is.
Breath,
You move on.
Everything.
Yeah, you don't get a rematch with that fight.
Oh,
We said that
absolutely
before.
not.
Yeah, you move on to Tommy Fury,
Yeah.
and then we'll see what happens then. Tyson Fury, right now, Joseph Parker, Australian boxers fighting
Yeah, I
right
saw
now.
that on Instagram,
He's fighting
yeah.
right now as we speak. Joseph
Yeah.
Parker.
He's a
training-
tough fighter, bro. That bloke. He's dangerous, man.
Yeah, man. I wonder. I think the fight. I think it's happening right now as we speak.
When is it happening? This week? Or?
Yeah, it's happening now. Like right
As
now,
we speak.
tonight.
Oh, tonight?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
my God.
So Tyson Fury, that's his training partner.
Oh,
he's
wow.
like he hinted at an Australian fight.
Yeah.
So he's like Tyson Fury said, if Parker gets through this fight,
Yeah.
then he gets to fight me next in Australia. Then he winks at the camera. It could be taken as like a joke since it's his training partner. He's not going to fight
Yeah.
him. But hey, imagine Tyson Fury in Australia fighting.
Against Parker.
Or whoever it is, man.
Whoever.
Imagine his next fight's in
I
Australia.
love Tyson Fury. He's such a...
He's all right. He's a man of God. But in a way, I've lost respect for him a bit.
You reckon?
Because ever since that True Geordie moment, I don't know if you know him.
Oh, yeah.
True Geordie had a bit of an altercation on when he was doing an interview.
Yeah.
He basically, True Geordie was like, why do you pick up tune-up fights? Because his last fight, who did he face? I forgot the bloke he faced. But it was basically a tune-up fight. He'd already faced him before and whatever. He's saying, why are you taking that fight where you can be fighting Usyk? He's stuck in Usyk. Usyk will beat Tyson Fury, in my opinion. But he's not taking the fight.
Yeah.
So I've lost respect for him a bit.
Yeah.
But I respect him in a way, as in like he's
He
a man
does,
of
yeah.
God. But I'd love to see him fight here.
Imagine
I'd
fights.
love to see him
But
fight.
who you reckon he should fight?
Fuck, man. Usyk. Bring Usyk here.
Is he?
Bring Usyk, the Ukrainian fighter.
Yeah, we'll love to see it.
Guys, where we'd all go, man. Fuck, hopefully a lot of fights happen in Australia.
Yeah, I
We need
hope so.
more
There's
fights
going to be
in-
a lot of fight, and
Maybe
George Rose, he's the head of the promotion.
Yeah,
for
the Oz boxing.
Oz boxing, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, it's in Sydney, yeah, the UFC.
UFC
Yeah,
is coming
and
soon.
it's actually on my birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday,
On
Anthony.
my
Hey,
30th
let's
birthday,
go,
so
man.
we're actually I'm actually going to go to
where-
this.
I'll
I was speaking to my mates about this. I was like, you know what? It's on my birthday weekend. I think we're all going to go to it.
I put my name on the waiting list, so I'm waiting for
Yeah.
them to send the info about the
I'm
tickets.
waiting for that,
So
man.
where are they put what stadium? Where they
Kudos
No, it's
Bank.
at Kudos,
It'll be
and
Kudos
Homebush.
Bank.
Yeah.
But you know what? They're all saying about, I think there's going to be like Robert Whittaker's fight. There's going to be Jacob Malkoon,
Why don't
Alex
they do it?
Volkanovski.
Why
Yeah,
don't,
Aussie fighters.
All the
why
Aussie
don't,
fighters.
why don't they do it ANZ? They get 80,000.
I would love to see it at ANZ.
80,000
They could.
80,000 people.
80,000
They'd go and
Has it
watch.
been confirmed it's Kudos?
Yeah.
How many? What's the capacity there? Look, when's
like
when's the
They actually announced it a few days ago.
when's
by
the
the
UFC going
Premier,
to come back to
actually.
Sydney? Really? It's
Yeah.
never. Put it in ANZ. 80,000 people. You'll still get tons of money.
Yeah, man. They did
But they get worried about the weather condition as well.
They
You
did
have
that
to
in Marvel
understand that.
Stadium.
Hey?
They did it at
Yeah,
Marvel
that's right.
Stadium.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
look,
they did.
With Whitaker and
I would love to see it back at
Look,
Marvel Stadium.
yeah, look,
I said they did it over there.
Yeah, they
the
did.
weather
They did
could
heaps
be a
of times.
problem. The weather maybe in case it rains. or something
If
like
it's
that.
in Homebush, okay, like indoor, I think it should be fine. They always do the UFC events
Yeah,
there
yeah.
because they know everyone's that
But
passionate.
more like not only UFC. We need boxing. We need a lot of events in Australia.
Yeah,
man.
of
We
course,
get nothing, man.
It's so
Really,
good.
You know what?
Everywhere else in the world
you know
gets
what, Bill?
everything.
You know what? I'm going to pause a
What's
minute.
happening
Wait.
in Gold Coast?
Oh, we got the zoo and
Olympics.
the zoo
Yeah.
fight.
When's that one? This week or next week?
Nah, bro, it's happening like later. I don't know.
Later, okay.
There's Olympics
But I'm
in
just,
July.
you know what? I want to get to my
Olympics
point.
happening.
You know, I want to get to my point. Since the COVID hit, the last few years, that's why they stopped all the sporting events.
Yeah.
I think, like how you said, they need to bring back UFC at least once or twice a year in Sydney.
Yeah.
They need to bring back boxing events in Sydney.
Especially you got Volkanovski
Every
as
sport
champ.
event that's happening, they should bring back to Sydney.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay. I know they all started to pick up now bit by bit after this whole COVID bullshit, all these lockdowns and all this stuff. Everyone's over it.
Yeah.
Now we all want sporting events back because you know what, as our family, because we all love sports in our blood. It's in our passion.
Yeah.
Okay, that's why UFC is returning, and I said, thank
They need to
God
bring more.
they returned back. I can't wait for it.
Yeah, man.
You know what? I can't wait to experience it
big
for the
fights
first time.
happening?
Imagine a McGregor fight here. Oh
Wow,
man,
that's-
hey, I'm actually thinking of going to Las Vegas when he fights Chandler. I'm actually dead set thinking about
Right, I'm actually waiting for that.
Would you go, Anthony?
Yeah, I'll go for sure.
it. So you won't be 21.
I'll
no,
go.
21.
You know what? I can't wait for the Ultimate Fighter. It's actually starting
Yeah, it's
soon.
happening next
Is-
week.
is
Yeah,
a big
next
fight.
week. I can't
Speaking
wait.
of Conor McGregor, I know you didn't watch his documentary. I watched the full thing. Well.
What would you rate out of 10?
Documentary of the year of the century. I loved it. 11 out of 10. Bro, like
Make it 100 out of 10.
Like he started.
Yeah, 1 million.
He started
10
from like the
10
point.
million.
He started from the point where he
Nah,
was facing.
a billion.
Let me talk. He started from the point.
Yeah, go.
He started from the point where he was facing Khabib. That's
Yeah.
where the documentary started. All the insights about that fight and all the
And all the dramas and that. Yeah, I
Mate,
remember.
like-
I've watched all
like he was
that press
even
conference.
like there was later on the documentary when Khabib retired.
Yeah.
You got Conor McGregor's reaction to him retiring, and you can see Conor McGregor even said he wanted that rematch. And then you can see in his eyes when Khabib said he's going to retire on the screen.
Yeah.
McGregor's like, oh man,
Yeah.
like I missed out for the rematch.
So he retired.
It's a little insight.
Did he
on that.
retire on that night?
No.
He had one
retired
before.
up, but you got his reaction at home when
when
he was
he-
watching on TV.
okay, yeah,
Yeah. And then you also got things like him before the Khabib
gotta watch
fight
it.
where he not broke his toe, he dislocated his pinky.
Yeah, he did.
And like there was a bit of doubt.
Was
like,
it the Dustin
broken.
Poirier
And what
one?
about the situation when he was trying to break Khabib in the bus and that with his
bus.
team and
Yeah,
that?
exactly. You saw
But you
the
know
behind
what?
the
Look, Conor McGregor, I know he's tough as hell, but he pushed it too hard.
Yeah, we'll talk about that
Too
later.
far.
But
Yeah, I know.
about the documentary.
Was Dustin Poirier
Even-
match in it too?
Look, everything's about
Everything.
You saw, but even like you see, as much money as Conor McGregor has, you
Yeah.
can still see the passion he has for this
Yeah,
sport.
he does.
He loves
puts-
it.
Like you see him in his training videos. Like he even said, like if you set a time, like show up. Like he even said a few quotes in this documentary that resonate with me.
Yeah.
That's why it's so inspiring. This
And
documentary
inspires
man.
everyone around the world,
I
especially for
swear,
the young
man.
generation as
Especially
well.
like when you fight and
Yeah.
even whatever you do, it inspires you, man. As I said, like as much as money as Conor McGregor has, this documentary proved how much he loves this sport.
Of
How
course,
much
man.
It's not
even,
just about the money
This
for
one
him.
scene in particular in COVID times where he had to do community service over the Khabib.
Yeah.
he had to.
Where he had to do community service instead of jail time. He went to the church. It was a bit close. It came closer with God a bit.
That's good.
You saw
That's
him cleaning up the church,
Yeah.
putting the seats down, and
That's
like
good.
getting
Oh wow,
connected.
you get to see that.
man.
Wow,
Yeah.
I gotta
And
watch
he was
it.
giving back. He was
'Cause
giving
you-
masks out to
yeah.
people, giving back to the community. You saw that other side of Conor.
Yeah,
Like
that-
man, like from start to finish, this whole documentary.
So he was
And
going to
he's-
go jail instead.
Yeah, but he did community
Oh, yeah.
service. And another thing where he broke his leg, it validated.
Yeah, that was the worst
But
against Dustin Poirier.
Even like you saw that it was an injury that was happening over camp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was like it didn't just happen in the ring. It wasn't Dustin Poirier's fault. This was because he was sparring without the shin pads, and
Yeah,
then it
yeah.
started. He had little cracks in his leg. Went to the doctor. A doctor advised him
Yeah.
to pad it up until the fight, and then whatever happened after the fight.
Yeah, so as I was saying, like how you said about Conor McGregor's injury with like before his fight and that, even with Dustin Poirier, because everyone knew that he was winning the whole time against McGregor. He beat him once and he
fair
beat him
enough.
twice.
He was winning the fight.
But end of the day,
But
that was a scary injury.
It wasn't Poirier.
Yeah.
Conor McGregor proved in his documentary he had that injury happening in camp.
Yeah.
It was always bothering him. That just gives an insight.
That was a scary one.
And he
I'll be
even
honest
said
with you. I'll watch that. That was a
even
scary
another
one.
thing, I don't want to. I've
Yeah.
probably spoiled the whole documentary. Well, another thing that he said
It's
was
all right.
like, in a way, he said sorry about what he said to Dustin Poirier after that fight, where it's like about his wife, because he thought his career was over.
Yeah.
He legit was like, I thought it was done after that when he broke in that moment. Like,
So he was angry.
Saw the other side to Conor of this documentary, man. Like, I want to rewatch it. That's how good it is.
I have to actually watch it from start to the end.
But my rating this documentary, if Conor McGregor's watching, man, I love your documentaries. I watched The Notorious. I've watched this Netflix five-part documentary. You need to keep making more, man. I love him, McGregor, man. Oh, fuck, if any one of his team, man, is watching this video.
But look, to be fair, I can't wait to watch the Ultimate Fight when him and Michael Chandler, because Michael Chandler,
That's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be a crazy
When's that fight?
The next, I think, probably a month and a bit.
When's the fight?
Yeah.
I think it's after the Ultimate
They haven't
Fighter.
announced it, but I think it's
So if Conor wins, he'll be back in the
Look,
He should.
picture.
That's
But
the
Michael
Poirier
Chandler's dangerous, bro.
In UFC, all it takes is a win.
Yeah, it is.
That's all it takes.
versus
Like, Michael
Dustin.
Chandler, he's
But-
been up and down lately, but he's very
Dustin
tough.
Poirier picks McGregor to win against Chandler.
Hey?
Oh,
Dustin
wow.
Poirier picks McGregor to win against Chandler. That's what
You
I
said
It's
Chandler.
gonna be tough, man.
You said Chandler, yeah?
I said,
I'm gonna go for Chandler.
I'm always
I love
gonna back
McGregor, but Chandler's always
I'm
been my
always going to
favorite.
back McGregor.
Yeah,
but I'm
Chandler.
I don't know. Look, there's this one video of. I know Conor McGregor, judging off this documentary, he takes things seriously. When
He
it's fight
does,
time,
yeah.
he takes it seriously.
Yeah, he does.
But I seen this one video of an edit where it's like Chandler grinding in the gym already, and McGregor's drinking and doing all this, playing the pokies, playing poker, whatever. It's the difference between the both.
Yeah, so it's like it's saying the difference between passion or the shit world. Or something.
As in,
you
no,
can say something like that.
It's like, as in, Chandler's working his ass off.
Yeah, of course, bro. Every
working his ass
UFC
off.
fighter should be like that.
But McGregor's not in a way. But I reckon he shows up. Once comes
I know,
fight time,
yeah, I know.
McGregor, I'm telling you again, you're going to watch this documentary.
I can't
Everything-
wait to watch it. I'm gonna
You
watch
have
it.
to, man. You have to. This
Can't wait.
documentary enters a lot.
Oh, for sure, bro.
But yeah, that's a wrap for the podcast.
Yeah,
Episode 24.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
if
we
you
all
enjoyed the
enjoyed it.
video, hit the like button, hit subscribe.
No vlog this week because, of course,
Because
doggies have
Origin,
the bye.
yeah.
Nah, and doggies have a bye, of course.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
sort out. Maybe we'll
We'll
see.
do
We'll work it out, we'll work it
some
out.
content for the Origin,
Yeah.
watch along maybe as we
Yeah.
watch the
Yeah,
game.
yeah.
I can't wait for the Origin,
Who's
man.
going to the Star thing, so
Yeah.
we'll get a few.
Get a
So
bit of
yeah,
content out of
we'll
it.
try and post for you guys. Yeah, that's a wrap. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon.
See you.
See you later.